make sure the live stream is going here on both platforms. We are again live streaming both on Facebook and YouTube severe weather coverage. So if you want to watch it on Facebook, you can watch it on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you can watch it on YouTube. Looks like YouTube and Facebook are both working. Before we get too far into it, just make sure to like the video, helps the page out a lot. Also, make sure to share this with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're on YouTube, and let's get right into what's happening out there, because we do have some updates from before. A couple of things while I was gone for about half an hour. There was actually a tornado warning at the very tail end of when I was live. I didn't realize it. There was a confirmed tornado though in Como, Texas. I posted about this on Facebook. This has now been confirmed, and it was observed, I believe, by Brad Allen, if I'm not mistaken, the storm chaser. Roof damage from a house along near State Highway 11 and FM 269 was where this tornado happened, and in addition to that, trees and power lines were down. So there was a tornado warning. This was confirmed. That storm is weakened pretty quickly. It's just producing quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Quick update from my friends back up north of Paris. There is a hailstorm, but it is going to stay to your north. So if you're in Paris right now, no concern for the storm for right now. This is moving off to the east-northeast, producing 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds, along with maybe some ping-pong ball-sized hail. And this storm has had a path of hail. Look at the path of hail. It actually started all the way back in Decatur. Now it has gone all the way into Oklahoma now. It has been a pretty impressive supercell, to say the least. The highest hail that we've had confirmed out of this was golf ball sized. There may have been upwards of hen egg sized hail though as well. Now the bigger concern that is coming right now towards the DFW Metroplex is a line of storms, and it is not very far away from Denton or Tarrant County. Both of you will be impacted by this line of storms within the next hour. It is beginning to get more organized now. About 30 minutes ago or so, the warm front wasn't that far off to the north, so this storm just wasn't really that severe or anything like that. This line was very disorganized. It has organized itself though a lot more over the last 30 minutes. Not much of this is severe though yet. Most of the activity that we have back up here north of Palo Pinto County as well as Parker County is not severe right now, but back down here near Weatherford, this activity is severe. It is actually producing damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour near Mineral Wells, and it is about to impact Weatherford, Springtown, as well as Aledo over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Now, as this storm does approach, make sure that you're staying away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building as well. This area of storms will be capable of a bit of a higher tornado threat than what we've seen so far today. So this part of the storm, particularly if there's an inflow that starts getting impacted into the storm, we may start to see a bit of a tornado threat start to increase a little bit here near Weatherford. So again, hail core is currently located right back here east of Bradford and again just west of Weatherford, and this will continue to move off to the east and as well as the east-northeast towards Tarrant County. So quarter-sized hail is also possible with this, but this will be an increasing damaging wind threat, not as much of a hail threat as what we've seen so far this afternoon. We do have tornado warnings as well ongoing in our coverage area. Back down near Brownwood, Texas, there is a tornado warning for 19 more minutes near Blanket and just east of Brownwood. Again, make sure you seek shelter away from windows and lowest floor possible if you're in this area. Again, that'll be going towards Comanche here pretty soon, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Rotation has not been overly impressive in the last few scans on it, but we'll keep a close eye on it. There is a new severe thunderstorm watch as well for anybody that's in San Antonio or Austin. We'll be keeping a close eye down there as well. Breaking situation, we have a confirmed tornado again on the ground from this little cell here back near going towards Clarksville. So another confirmed tornado on the ground with the storm that is over in far northeast Texas. Again, going towards Clarksville. If you're included in this warning, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows and lowest floor possible in an interior room of your home or building. Again, this is a brand new confirmed tornado on the ground. Let me just make sure I post this to Facebook real quick. But again, another confirmed tornado out of the same cell that produced one back in Como, Texas. And it isn't really that high of a storm, by the way. It's actually a pretty small supercell in comparison to what we've seen so far today. But it is producing a tornado threat. There's a lot of shear in this area as well. So we have to really monitor this area pretty closely for a tornado threat. What's that, Facebook? All right, so yeah, again, we have a tornado warning, and again, a tornado is on the ground. Let's see if we can get a closer radar site here. I'm not sure if we have a whole lot of radar sites in the area. The Shreveport one might show us what the storm looks like. I'm guessing this is spotted by storm spotters here. This is a look at the storm. Again, we are quite far away from the radar site, so we're not going to really see a whole lot on radar. Let's check the correlation coefficient. Does look like the correlation coefficient is picking up on some debris west of Talco. So there is again a tornado on the ground here moving towards Bogota over the next few minutes, and Clarksville. Again, this is on the ground. Again, tornado moving off to the northeast in northeast Texas, going towards Clarksville. Seek shelter away from windows and lowest floor possible if you're included in that storm. We'll be keeping a very close eye on that. But again, tornadoes on the ground going towards Clarksville. Let me actually real quickly put a timeline on this storm so you know where this is heading and if you will be impacted by it here over the next few minutes, and then we'll go back over to DFW. Again, this is right now moving off to the northeast. Here's your timing on the left side of your screen. So Clarksville, give or take, again, 5 to 10 minutes on these times. These are estimated, but Clarksville right around 15 to 20 minutes from now. Anona right around 18 minutes. Avery, 22 minutes. Idabel, which was impacted by a tornado emergency a few months ago, is in about 50 minutes. So again, that storm is moving off to the northeast at around 40 to 45 miles per hour. All right, let's go back over to DFW. I'll keep a close eye on that. Again, for those in Parker County, severe storm right now moving in with 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail. This line of storms will be entering into the Metroplex pretty soon. Damaging winds is the main concern. There may be a few brief and weak embedded tornadoes, and there is also a chance for some isolated large hail. Those are our main concerns as this line approaches the Metroplex over the next 60 minutes. We'll be live for the entire thing as well, so stay tuned on that. And by the way, the counties included in that confirmed tornado are Red River County, Franklin County, and Titus County. Those are the 3 counties included right now in that confirmed tornado that's back over near Clarksville. So just a little heads up there. Again, that is a tornado on the ground. By the way, we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. I'll be reading both chats. If you have questions, anything like that, feel free to let me know. If you are just tuning in, make sure to hit the like button. Helps get the stream out to more people that are in this ongoing severe weather outbreak. And also, make sure to follow the page and subscribe if you've not already. All right, let's go over to the chat. We'll see what's going on here. Hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Storms are rolling through again, Parker and Wise County right now. One note to kind of keep in mind right now, for those that are west of this black line here, you are done with severe weather for tonight. That includes Wichita Falls, Graham, Abilene. You're done. Everything's done for you. You're just going to see some rain and maybe some showers and storms. One thing to note, though, there is a low chance for some snow flurries around 2 a.m. tonight. Low chance. I say low because the temperatures might not get cold enough, but near Wichita Falls, there might be a little bit of snow flurries mixing in with rain tonight. It's possible. So if you're in Wichita Falls and you want to see if you can catch a snowflake or two, you might actually see something. So low chance, though. That's not going to happen in DFW, but it's possible back up there to the northwest. Real quickly, let's go back up here to the northeast. We do have an ongoing warning north of Paris, Texas. I know a few people are wondering, is Paris going to see this storm? No, you're not. You're not going to see this storm in particular. The line of storms back out to the west, though, that is what you're going to be watching for more closely, because this is what will probably produce some severe weather near your area in about a couple hours or so. Right around 7 to 9 o'clock is your best chance. Back over closer to, again, Clarksville, there is a confirmed tornado on the ground near Bogota, as well as Talco. This was just confirmed again. This is the second tornado that this storm in particular has produced. It doesn't look like much, by the way, on reflectivity. We are quite far away from the radar site, but it is a very small supercell. It's not a 50,000 foot supercell. This is maybe like 30,000 feet at the maximum. So it's not really that high into the atmosphere. But even then, we have a lot of shear. So the tornado threat is going to be a little bit higher on a storm like this. Clarksville, if you're there, make sure you get to your safe place immediately, away from windows and lowest floor possible. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. And actually, I can go over to this slide here. Again, this is a tornado on the ground right now, moving off to the northeast towards Clarksville. Let's go back over to the radar site in Shreveport. We had a bit of a better view on the storm from over there. We'll see if the correlation coefficient is still picking up on that, and not nearly as much. There was a bit more debris where that tornado was a few minutes ago. I'm not seeing nearly as much debris anymore, so that's some good news there. But again, this will be moving off towards Clarksville and Anona over the next several minutes, going towards Route 82. So again, this cell's moving off that direction. We will be keeping a very close eye on that as it continues to track out that direction. Again, Red River County, make sure you get to your safe place as soon as possible. New wind report, by the way. Let's go over to this. Back over near in Parker County, there is now a 71-mile-per-hour wind gust that was just confirmed in Mineral Wells. This gives you an idea of the intensity of these storms right now back west of Fort Worth. So again, if you're anywhere back over in Fort Worth or Denton County, make sure you do this right now. Charge your phone. That's a big thing, by the way. A lot of you probably are not thinking about this. Charge your phone, put batteries into flashlights in case there are power outages. With damaging winds like this, that could very well happen. In addition to that, make sure you bring in plants, cover those plants as well outdoors, bring in loose lawn items. I've seen I've seen a couple people take photos earlier today of literally blow up houses outside. Take those down. Why are they up? They could fly away. You know, I really do not want to be posting about bouncy houses flying away tonight. So make sure to take those down as well. That's a big thing. Damaging winds will take, one of those things out really quickly. In addition to that, make sure you, again, cover plants, bring loose line items in. Umbrellas on patios. If you have an umbrella up, make sure to take that down. Those things can really cause some damage if you don't have those umbrellas down. So make sure to do that. Recently, by the way, in Palo Pinto, again, this is Palo Pinto County, there was quarter-sized hail reported with this storm as well. This is, again, producing damaging winds right around 70 miles per hour. This is your line of storms right now, moving quickly off to the east at 45 miles per hour, heading towards the Metroplex over the next several minutes. Real quickly, we have another update here. So let's see where that is. I'm not sure if I don't think that's in North Texas. No, it isn't. All right, never mind. That's back over there. Yeah, we have a lot of tornado warnings. Again, we're primarily covering North Texas. So anywhere in North Texas, that's where this live stream will be at tonight. Bouncy houses, yes. I've literally seen 2 people send me in photos of bouncy houses in yards today. I was surprised people even sent them in to me, to be honest. But yeah, that is a thing. People have literally put their bouncy houses up and they've not taken them down. All right, let me answer a few questions here. Decatur right now is just going to see some gusty winds up to 55, maybe a little bit of nickel-sized hail as well. That is the main threat right now for those in Decatur. The storm is actually moving through Decatur right now, so we keep a close eye on that. Let's go to the velocities. And take a glance. Oh, that's a really interesting looking picture of the velocities. Let's try this. Trying to see if we have a view that's not glitched out here. We'll go back a scan and see. Yeah, storm relative velocities are having some issues here in North Texas, so that's kind of an issue. But right now, closer to Weatherford, I am not seeing a whole lot of rotation in this cell right now in terms of a damaging wind threat, or not damaging wind threat, excuse me, in terms of a tornado threat. So right now, not seeing any rotation in this cell particularly. There is a outflow boundary, which may limit that tornado threat a little bit with this line of storms, which would really help out a lot and limiting the tornado threat. Back down in Brownwood, Texas, by the way, there is still a tornado warning ongoing there. That is near Comanche. Make sure you're staying away from windows, lowest floor possible. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning for those just to the northeast of Brownwood as well. This is going to include Comanche. If you're in this area, make sure you're staying away from windows. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds are possible. Tornado warning is still ongoing, by the way. A confirmed tornado is still on the ground back going towards Clarksville right now. If you are in Clarksville, make sure you're staying away from windows, lowest floor possible, in an interior room of your home or building. I have not seen any new reports on this storm recently. We had some reports of a tornado like about 10-15 minutes ago when this warning was first issued, but as of right now, it is still a confirmed tornado on the ground heading towards Clarksville. So make sure you're still treating this as if there is a tornado on the ground. All right, let's go back over here and we'll stay on this storm for right now. Back over near Weatherford. And Decatur right now is starting to get hit by these storms. It looks like more of a damaging wind threat, if anything. 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds not impossible, even though it's not warned. Gusty winds, though, probably more likely than not, upwards of 50 to 55 miles per hour. But again, this line is still developing. It has not really gone to its peak potential yet. Damaging wind threat should increase over the next hour as this enters into the Metroplex. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing multiple severe thunderstorm warnings here pretty soon. Once these storms get closer to DFW and as well as Denton County, we'll be watching for that potential very closely over the next several minutes. How's it going, Linda? Welcome back. Again, we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. You can watch on either platform. So I'll be answering questions from both chats. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, thank you for the report. Appreciate it. So in Brownwood, the sirens are going off. I've had a few people tell me there are sirens going off in Weatherford, but there's no tornado. Well, tornado sirens are not always tornado sirens in North Texas. It does depend on your town and city. A lot of these towns and cities in North Texas, they actually have tornado sirens go off for severe thunderstorm warnings as well. So keep that in mind. There might not be a tornado warning, but sirens still go off. There's some sort of misconception sometimes with that. I have that question or comment, asked a lot. So just kind of heads up there. There's probably you know, sirens going off right now near Weatherford, but that would be associated with the severe thunderstorm warning, not necessarily the ongoing, you know, an ongoing tornado warning or something like that. Let's go over to this screen. We're on a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm just going to change this back to this so we don't get confused here. This is, again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Weatherford. 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds have already been confirmed with this storm as of like 5 to 10 minutes ago near the Mineral Wells area. It was at the ASOS, which was at an airport there in Mineral Wells in Parker County. This storm is probably still producing damaging winds right around 70 miles per hour, heading towards Fort Worth and as well as Denton County within the next 20 minutes, or probably about half an hour, I would say. Bit more of a better estimate. But actually, let's put a track on this so you get an idea of where this can be heading towards in the next little while. Let's go and put this tracker on again. I might have to restart my software. I don't think my tracker's working. Yeah, it's glitched out. All right, let's real quickly so I can put a timing guide on this. We're going to restart the program. We'll take 2 seconds. Just a further reminder, while I am reloading the weather software, make sure to hit the like button down below and also share this with your friends. If you're on Facebook, we'll be live here for a while covering all the severe weather in DFW. And make sure to also subscribe if you're over on YouTube. And we'll be keeping you updated with the latest. All right, let's put on the... let's put this over here. Let's go back to here. Let me put on the track. We can actually put the track on the storms now. Give you an idea of when these will be hitting your location. Tornado, by the way, still potentially on the ground going towards Clarksville, Texas. If you're in that area, again, get to your safe place immediately. We'll be putting an update there in just a second on that. All right, here's your timeline on these storms. They're moving fairly quickly, but this is your timeline. We'll put the timing at the bottom of your screen. Let me take this off, or actually, we'll put it back up here. That's your timing right now on these severe storms. So Denton will be hit within the next 25 minutes. Fort Worth in about 35 minutes, North Richland Hills in about just over half an hour, Arlington about or about 3/4 of an hour from now. I should just say 48 minutes. Carrollton right around 50 minutes from now. Irving just under an hour. Plano will be in an hour. Richardson about an hour as well. Dallas 63 minutes. Garland 66 minutes, and as well as Mesquite 76 minutes. And again, these are estimate times. You might see it a little bit earlier. You might see it a little bit after that. Just give or take about 10 minutes on these time frames because it might get there a little bit quicker, maybe a little bit slower. So just keep that in mind. Sabrina, no, this is the only line of storms that we'll see. After this line, we're done. The other threat that we were having today that happened primarily only up in here was the discrete cells that were supposed to develop this afternoon. We only had a few, and they primarily only impacted northern DFW. So if you're in the Metroplex, this is the only area of storms that we're watching for, which will likely produce more of a damaging wind threat than anything. We've already had a confirmation of 71-mile-per-hour damaging winds in Mineral Wells. There is some good news, though, with this. It does seem like it's outflow-driven, which would probably create more of just a damaging wind threat and a lower tornado threat. So there is some good news there. Still be mindful of the tornado threat, but there is some good news there for sure with the outflow boundary starting to take control of this line of storms. It might help a little bit, but again, it is entering a very primed environment over the next hour, so it's definitely still dangerous. Once this even passes through Interstate 35, it will probably start really intensifying then. Hey, thanks, Bugsy. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep this timeline on the screen for about another 15 seconds, so if you want to take a screenshot of this, feel free to. But again, this is your time guide. Again, give or take a few minutes, but that's what we're looking at right now. Again, we're watching a tornado warning back over in Clarksville. That is where there's a confirmed tornado on the ground. We're going to hop back to that storm real quick. Believe it or not, there's actually 6 tornado warnings and 12 severe thunderstorm warnings across the southern plains right now. We're only covering Texas for the most. We're only covering really North Texas, but this is the confirmed tornado. I'm not sure if this is still on the ground. I don't think it is, but if there is still a tornado, obviously make sure you're in shelter. There might still be one on the ground here near Clarksville. We've had no recent reports as from what I know. Let me see if we have any other reports here. Yeah, I haven't seen any new reports quite yet of anything on this storm, but there might still be a tornado on the ground. It is likely going to be on the brief and weak side of things, but just make sure you're in shelter if you're there. We're going to primarily focus on the line of storms that is approaching North Texas, or DFW really quickly. Again, this is currently the maximum wind gust that we've had out of this so far was 71 miles per hour, just confirmed out of Mineral Wells not even a half an hour ago. And this line is quickly moving towards DFW and Denton. Once this line is through DFW and as well as anywhere in North Texas, you're going to be done with severe weather for tonight. Anything behind it is just rain, downpours, and a few rumbles of thunder. So this is it. this might intensify as well, so keep that in mind. We're going to watch this closely. There might be some intensification over the next 30 minutes or so as this does move into the Metroplex. But for right now, it is definitely more of a damaging wind threat. We're seeing the highest damaging winds right now near Weatherford. Do we have any people in Weatherford right now? Any people watching from Weatherford? Let me know what you're seeing out there. Obviously, stay away from windows, but let me know if you're seeing anything. We actually have a new report out of Tioga, by the way, from a little while ago. Damage to sheet metal on roofs and carports was reported in Tioga. That was from the storm earlier. That just came in as a report. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has now been issued for Wise and Denton County. Let me post this to Facebook. Make sure to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. This is, again, a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for those in Denton, as well as Decatur. This is the entire county of Denton County, by the way. So if you're in this area, again, make sure you stay away from windows as these storms approach. Damaging winds is definitely the main concern right now with this area of storms as it continues to track out to the east. All right, we're posting this on Facebook right now. All right, there we go. By the way, thank you, Sabrina, for becoming a 2-month subscriber on Facebook, as well as thank you for Melissa Wood for becoming a subscriber. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And as well as thank you, Justin, for becoming a 3-month subscriber on YouTube. If you want to support the page, by the way, and become a subscriber, you can click the link in the description below on Facebook. It helps the page out a lot. All right, let's go back over to Twitter. I'm going to see if there's any other updates on that tornado warning. Tornado warning still continues, by the way, for Clarksville. Let's go back up here. This tornado warning is no longer confirmed. It is radar indicated. So those in Clarksville, it is not on the ground at this given time, but it could go back on the ground at any time. It's primarily going to be back near Bogota. I know there's nothing on the radar, but again, we're pretty far away from the storm. Detroit as well will be in the track of this in Northeast Texas. Again, this was a tornado on the ground at one point. It is now back down to just a radar indicated rotation. That is the latest on that storm. There is a tornado watch, by the way, issued for all of the DFW Metroplex back through eastern and southern parts of North Texas as well. The main threats for tonight will be damaging winds up to 75 miles per hour. Hail up to the size of apples is possible. That is 3 inches in diameter, by the way. But I would expect that hail threat will probably not be with this line of storms. We're not really looking at that large of hail. If anything, with this line, it might be upwards of $half size. That's about it. A few embedded tornadoes with this line of storms will also be possible. So this tornado watch does go for another 4.5 hours here across North Texas. The only county in that tornado warning back out to the east is Red River County. So just a little heads up there. Thank you, Bethany, for becoming a Storm Chaser member on YouTube. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Paris will not see severe weather probably for another couple hours, Jessica. It's going to be coming from this line of storms now. There is a storm obviously now to your east, but this is moving north. The only other storms that you'll see will be these ones back near the line of storms, back near areas near Denton as well as Fort Worth, just west of there. So this area of storms is not going to hit you. This is all going now northeast. This is going north. So you're kind of, in the safe zone for about 30 to 45 minutes until these other storms kind of start to roll towards your area. Which, again, damaging winds will definitely be the main threat there. We had a lot of hail, by the way, earlier. If you did not watch the stream earlier today, we had a lot of hail back up here in northern DFW. It ranged anywhere from the size of, marbles all the way upwards of golf ball sized hail in Sherman was reported. So we've had some pretty significant hail with a few of the storms that formed earlier today. You may have seen some of my posts on Facebook. But yeah, we've definitely seen some pretty wild stuff already today. Those are really crazy supercells earlier. These luckily do not seem to be nearly as bad as what it could have been, which is good news. But we're still talking about damaging winds for sure. Numerous areas will see damaging winds. Don't bite into those apples. Don't bite into apple-sized hail. It might not be good for your teeth either. Again, if you're just tuning in, make sure to hit the like button down below. Share this as well. If you're on Facebook, if you want to support the page, again, there are ways to support me and this page on Facebook and on YouTube. And I do this pretty much full time, so and we do live streams all the time as well. If you have any photos or videos, by the way, you can message me on Facebook. Obviously, take them safely if you're going to send me anything. I've had a lot of videos and stuff already sent today, if you've not already seen on Facebook, so we've had a lot of that already today. This is actually a pretty cool photo. This is out of, let's see, this is right now out of, this is from Dalia, over near Parker, and this is right on the Parker and Tarrant County line. The storms are approaching right now. You can see that right there. A little bit blurry. Obviously, photos on Facebook for some reason are blurry, but this is what we're looking at here. Again, that's your storm. You got your rain shaft in the background. This is right now approaching anywhere near Aledo, as well as Fort Worth and Lakeside. This is the line of storms here. Pretty sure the photo was taken somewhere in here looking west. So again, that is right now moving off to the east. 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds, quarter-sized hail as possible. We just had a report of dime-sized hail, potentially nickel-sized hail near Weatherford, by the way. So there is a little bit of hail, but it is definitely not nearly as large as what we saw earlier, which was upwards of golf ball-sized hail. So a little bit of good news there so far. I'm gonna actually post one of these photos on Facebook real quick. Thank you, Delia, for sending those in. Do you have any questions, by the way? I'll be answering a few of those here in just a second. That's over there, and cool. All right, let's go back to the chat here. Yes, Gainesville, Texas. I mean, you're not looking at any severe weather right now. There might be some wind gusts, though, upwards of 55 miles per hour as this line approaches, which it's about to hit you here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So make sure that you're prepared for some wind gusts, maybe upwards of 55 miles per hour or so. There might be a little bit of pea-sized hail, but that's about it right now for that area. Gainesville's not looking at severe weather for right now. Denton right now, you can expect damaging winds up to 60 and as well as a nickel-sized hail. Those are the main threats right now there for Denton. This would be straight line wind, Derek. Yeah, the storms here that we're watching, these are straight line winds. They're not rotational supercells really at this point. This is more of a, really luckily, this is more of just a line of storms right now that is producing damaging winds with an outflow boundary, which will help keep it for the most part straight line damaging winds. Could we see an isolated tornado? That's definitely not out of the question here in the Metroplex, but for right now, the outflow boundary has really helped to limit that tornado threat so far, which is good news. We'll see if that continues, though. There's always a chance for a tornado, even with a outflow boundary. So we'll be watching that very closely. We're going to primarily stay focused, though, right now on these storms in Denton County, Wise County, and as well as right now in Parker County. The storm back down in Parker County will be entering Fort Worth within the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. This is moving very quickly, so luckily severe weather will be done here in North Texas probably in a few hours. It will not be a super long event, even though it's kind of already been a long event, to be honest. We had the discrete cells earlier today. Yeah, KMC, I don't know why Facebook condenses the photos. It's really weird. By the way, if you're currently in Weatherford, what are you seeing right now? Anybody in Weatherford right now? Curious to see what you guys are seeing right now out there. Yeah, squall lines and stuff like that, anything like this is usually straight line winds, especially when we have an outflow boundary. You can actually see that right here. There is an outflow boundary that is helping to create more of a straight line damaging wind threat in comparison to like a actual embedded tornado sort of threat. Hail and wind, rain, crazy wind and a lot of rain. Oh man, this is not good. If you're in Fort Worth, we are now up to 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds. This is definitely not good news. For those in Fort Worth, there is a pretty serious situation now. Damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible. I'm going to be posting this real quick, and then we'll be talking about the storm a bit more in depth in a second. Okay, so for those in Fort Worth, anywhere in the DFW area, this is in the Metroplex, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible. If you're in Fort Worth, anywhere in the Metroplex right now, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible. This storm is rapidly approaching too. Again, the biggest threat, I've been mentioning it all day, is damaging winds. This is really the best example of what we're talking about. This is right now potentially going to produce damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour. This is at a destructive level. And in terms of destructive, that can obviously knock down branches, trees, power lines, that sort of thing. So make sure that you are staying away from windows as this line of storms approaches in the Fort Worth area, anywhere in Tarrant County. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible. Let's go over to the storm relative velocities, and this will give you a pretty good idea of what we're looking at here. The velocities are actually estimated upwards of almost 70 to 80 miles per hour on the leading edge of this line of storms. We have a lot of other values between 60 to 70 as well. You can see all the different values here. So we are talking about damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour currently approaching the Tarrant County area. Again, make sure that you are sharing this with your friends, by the way, or at least messaging them and making sure they're aware of this. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour is currently approaching Fort Worth and in Tarrant County. New report, fire station in Millsap has lost part of its roof from the damaging winds. This is what I'm talking about. There's some pretty serious damaging winds right now coming towards Tarrant County. Again, if you're in this area, make sure that you are sharing this with anybody in the Fort Worth area. And again, we'll keep you posted with the storm. There's a lot of stuff being unfolded though right now with this right now. This is a live view, by the way, out of Lantana. One second, I need to turn my light. All right. Now you can actually see my face. But right now, this is a live view out of Lantana, Texas. This is the storms that are approaching right now. This is looking north. Here's the west. This is your line of storms back out to the west. So this is right now in Lantana, Texas. So yeah, this is what we're looking at Mesquite Park in Lantana. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible in Tarrant County. Make sure that you are going to be away from windows as this area does approach. Yes, I'm in a safe position, guys. I am not in, actually, believe it or not, I am not in this area, which is great news. I'm glad I'm not here, because obviously damaging winds would probably knock out my power if I was there. Inside L are, yeah, inside L are, it's blowing our siding off. Thanks for the report. So yeah, again, damaging winds are pretty significant right now with this storm. Again, if you're in this area, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows and lowest floor possible if you're in Fort Worth. These damaging winds are rapidly approaching. And again, if you know anybody in this area, make sure that you are at least messaging them. If not, you can share this live stream. Again, we'll be live streaming this entire thing. Again, currently approaching Fort Worth. Let's see, we have a few photos coming in. By the way, if you're anywhere in eastern Parker County or western Tarrant County, let me know what you guys are seeing out there. Obviously, do not go close to windows, but let me know if you're seeing anything from a vantage point there. Again, this storm is rapidly approaching. New severe thunderstorm warning for Granbury, Stephenville, as well as Glen Rose. That is for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. Again, we are going to be primarily focused on this pretty significant severe thunderstorm warning approaching the Tarrant County area. Again, cloud to ground lightning is possible with these storms, just a heads up. So obviously do not go outside. That's always a good start with storms like this, but obviously damaging winds up to 80 are going to be pretty significant as well. Thank you, Brittany, for the report. We have lost power in Decatur from a report. We're getting a lot of reports here out of different areas. Let me real quickly, we have a photo from Lisa that was just sent in. I'll post this on Facebook. Yeah, if you have any photos or videos that you can safely take and send, feel free to let me know, or at least message me on Facebook. I mean, again, I'm posting a few of those here on Facebook. I just posted another one. All right. Again, for those in Fort Worth, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour are possible. This is at a destructive level. We just had a report out of a fire station in Millsap, that's in Parker County. A fire station had lost part of its roof from the damaging winds over there in Millsap. So you can only get a general idea from just that these damaging winds are definitely pretty significant right now heading towards the Metroplex. This is pretty significant right now. Yes, there are tornado sirens going off. That is for severe thunderstorm warnings, just for clarification. There are no tornado warnings right now, but you should still treat this like it's a tornado warning because damaging winds at this magnitude are very significant. Yeah, here's a little bit of an estimate right now. The highest wind speeds are currently being estimated just west of Sansom Park and White Settlement. About to cross over the Parker and as well as the Tarrant County line. That is where our wind gusts are the absolute highest right now with this line of storms. Again, for those in Tarrant County, you need to get to your safe place immediately. Stay away from windows, lowest floor possible. Damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour is just like a tornado. Not like a significant tornado. We're talking like an EF0 type tornado, but it is still like a tornado. You want to treat it that way. Stay away from windows. And even if there's hail, sidewards hail could even, knock into windows. So we definitely have to be careful about that here if you're in Fort Worth or anywhere in Tarrant County right now. Yeah, we have a lot of tornado sirens going off. I have a lot of those reports right now. Posting this on Facebook too, just to make sure people are aware of it. Yeah, if you've not already and you know anybody in Tarrant County, make sure that they're aware of this. Make sure that you have your friends get away from windows as well. Again, this is a pretty dangerous storm. All right. Back over to Twitter. We have a few reports coming in on Twitter. Let me check out and see what we got here. Yeah, this is a zoomed out look right now. This is your line of storms. Damaging winds up to 80 is about to be approaching western Tarrant County in the next couple of minutes. Again, this is a life-threatening situation. You want to make sure you get away from windows immediately if you're in Tarrant County. Again, the wind speeds are pretty much like a weak tornado. Treat it like one. Get away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. This is a great way to practice your tornado safety plan as well. And, you know, get away from windows and whatnot. Because this is exactly like what we're about to see is basically a weak tornado that we're watching. Moving into Tarrant County, this is going to be a pretty widespread threat as well. Highest wind gust right now looks like that is going to be located now near Azle, just northwest of Lake Worth. We have wind gusts right around 70 being estimated by radar. Again, this is a little bit off the surface. Some of these other values down here are upwards of 80. So we are still looking at some pretty significant damaging winds heading into Tarrant County right now. Again, if you're in this area, make sure that you are getting away from windows in the lowest floor possible. Let's go over to here. We'll see if there's any wind gusts there. By the way, the wind gust out in front of this line of storms is even still pretty high, 30 to 35 miles per hour. Pretty wild. Here's a live view, by the way, out of Lantana, Texas right now. Here's your storms approaching. It's on the left side of your screen. This camera is looking north. This is in Denton County. Denton County is about to get hit by this line of storms in the next few minutes. So we'll be watching that live cam here pretty closely. This is going to be a busy next 2 hours with these storms. I mean, again, we are watching a pretty significant severe storm. Again, treat this as if it's a tornado warning. If you're just tuning in, all of Tarrant County should be getting away from windows in the lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds are pretty significant. It is essentially like a weak tornado, so make sure you treat it like one. Again, damaging winds can cause some damage to, you know, sidings of homes, roofs, windows, that sort of thing, so you definitely want to make sure you're staying away from windows right now if you are in Tarrant County. The Parker County warning has been condensed. Mineral Wells is no longer included in the severe thunderstorm warning, nor is most of western parts of Parker County. Just a little heads up there. Denton County as well. I haven't really talked about this over the last few minutes, but Denton County right now preparing for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. Even up there, you should still be staying away from windows as a precautionary measure, because those can definitely cause some damage as well. If you want to share pictures with me, you can message me on Facebook. Thank you, Amanda, for becoming a 2-month subscriber on Facebook. I appreciate it. Thank you. There is no hail core with the storm in Denton. If any hail is with it, it's going to be no larger than nickel size, which is not severe. It's just small hail. It might cause a little bit of, like, a couple of, like, small dents, but it's typically not that significant. This line of storms is moving about 45, 50 miles per hour, so it is moving very quickly. Denton, or not Denton County, Tarrant County is about to be entered into this line of storms in the next, like, 2 minutes. If you're in western Tarrant County, you're probably already beginning to see rain. Is anybody right now in the Parker and Tarrant County line? What are you guys seeing right now? I need some reports right now. What are you guys seeing out there? Let me know. If you're right now on the Parker and Tarrant County line, again, don't go close to windows. Just let me know from a distance if you can see anything. If you can't see anything, don't, you know, move away from your safety place. Alito strong winds, thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of sirens reports. Again, sirens do not mean there's a tornado warning, but obviously you should still, you know, seek shelter away from windows, especially with 80-mile-per-hour winds. Argyle's going to be hit here in the next 5 minutes from the severe storms up there. By the way, the tornado warning, I think, expired. Yeah, it expired. So we no longer have any tornado warnings in North Texas. A funnel cloud, by the way, was reported a little while ago in Brownwood. Just a heads up there. There actually might have been a brief tornado in Brownwood. I posted that tornado warning a little while ago. New damage report. Roof damage at a apartment complex in Weatherford. Heads up. There is now a more damage to roofing here in Parker County. We already had part of a roof falling off a building at a fire station in Millsap, by the way. So there is some significant, again, severe weather currently heading towards Fort Worth. If you're in Fort Worth, or if you know anybody in Fort Worth, again, share this with your friends or just message them. I don't care if you don't share this, just make sure you message them and make sure they're fine and they have already sheltered in place, because again, this is a pretty significant storm right now heading their way. Damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible over the next several minutes. We don't have any confirmation yet of damaging winds at that level. We've had it at 71 miles per hour, but with roofing damage, you can almost kind of assume that's at least 70 miles per hour. So we are still talking about some significant severe weather here. New radar scan will be coming in here momentarily. We'll see where this storm is at here in just a moment. There is a low chance for a tornado. We have more of an outflow-driven storms now, so they're probably going to be it's probably going to be much lower of a tornado threat. The damaging wind threat, though, is much, higher, obviously. It's already been high, and it's supposed to stay this way. So damaging winds is a big concern. 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds is just like an EF0 tornado, but this is going to be a bit more widespread in action, so just keep that in mind as well. All right, here's the latest radar scan. The storms are now entering into western Tarrant County. Let's go over to the velocities and see what's happening here. So yeah, wind gusts right now are still being estimated right around 80 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour is being estimated. Again, this is a little bit off the ground. So, these winds, give or take, might be lower at the surface, but wind gusts are currently being estimated here in Tarrant County, right between 70 to 85 miles per hour. Again, none of this is confirmed. It is just an estimate, and it, again, is about 1,000 to 2,000 feet off the surface. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit up in the atmosphere, but we are seeing damaging winds upwards of probably 70 to 80 miles per hour just off the surface. What that basically means at the actual surface and at ground level, it's probably somewhere around 70 to 80 as well. Probably not too far off from those values. We just had a report, crazy wind in Weatherford, 80 miles per hour. Yeah, Weatherford may have seen 80 miles per hour. I don't know, but it's definitely possible it was in that range. Saw a roof fly across a field off 920. So yeah, apparently now we have a report of a roof flying off a field from a person in chat. By the way, if you have any photos or videos, feel free to message me on Facebook. I will be probably looking at some of those here in a second. This is the correlation coefficient, by the way, for those that are curious. There's nothing really showing up here. There's no tornado, obviously, but there is some of this yellow showing up, which typically might indicate some sort of level of like dust or something like that, or even not even just that. It might just be a little bit of small hail. But correlation coefficient doesn't usually pick up on damaging winds that much, unless it's like really high, like at least 80 to 90. I lost a trash can, so I should follow your advice. This is why I make trash can. That's why I make trash can alerts. The trash can meters. I should have made one for tonight, but I already had so many posts today. I've posted on Facebook, I think, like 50 times today. Hiding in a bathroom? Well, that's a good thing. Again, make sure that you're in a safe place right now. I cannot urge this enough. Anybody in Tarrant County, make sure you get to your safe place immediately, away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Treat it as if it is a weak tornado, because that's pretty much what this is. 80-mile-per-hour winds are right around EF0 type tornado winds. So, again, make sure that you are getting away from windows. This is definitely pretty significant here. And Tarrant County is about to really be hit by this high wind. We've already had a few reports, again, of roofs coming off, so Mineral Wells recorded the highest that I've had reported was 71 miles per hour. I mean, 1 mile per hour doesn't make much of a difference, but so we had a report of 72, 71 miles per hour in Mineral Wells. No reports yet of winds here, but we don't really have it. I don't think we have any airports in Parker County. I could be wrong, or at least in this part of Parker County, I don't think we do. Once these storms enter into Tarrant County, we'll have a better idea of what the actual wind speeds are. Again, this is the most extreme area right now until 8 o'clock. Is this area of storms is again going to be producing damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour. Brief embedded tornado spin-ups are also still possible. So make sure again that you are getting away from windows in Tarrant County. And if you know anybody in this area, make sure that you're sharing this with them. Also like the stream, by the way. That helps get this out to more people that are being impacted. It really does. So make sure to like the stream too. All right, we have a lot of photos. I'm going to go through a few of these photos here. I'm going to try to go through some of the more recent ones. Storms are quickly approaching Tarrant County right now. We have some damage coming out of Weatherford as well. This is going to be a bit of a blurry photo, but it gives you an idea of what we're looking at out there. Again, trees are being snapped. Absolutely crazy what we're seeing here. There's trees being snapped. The same person did mention that there was a roof torn off, by the way, of a carport. That's also another report we had there. Confirmed damaging wind gust of 68 miles per hour near Aledo. This is an area, by the way, that is not where the main winds are. The main winds of around 80 miles per hour are likely up in here, just for reference. So it's more probably going to stay just slightly north of Fort Worth. But 68 miles per hour, is, by the way, no joke. That is no joke at all. Right along Interstate 20, we're still talking about significant damaging winds there in western Tarrant County. Just looking through a few more of these photos here. Wow, this is an impressive looking photo here. Shelly West just sent this in. I don't know where this is at, but this is a pretty crazy looking photo here. Look at that. Very dark and ominous skies, to say the least. That is really dark. Thank you, Shelly, for sending that in. Let me post that on Facebook. Posting this. If you're not already, by the way, make sure to hit the like button down below so this gets out to more people. Also, make sure to follow our page. Keep me updated with the latest on the severe weather coverage. And I'm posting that to Facebook. All right. Again, we are still watching for a destructive supercell right now, producing damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, entering into Tarrant County. The highest wind gust that we've had confirmed in the last few minutes was 68 miles per hour. We also have a small hail core trying to develop here. There might be some small hail in northwestern sections of Tarrant County. Just a little heads up there. It might be around nickel sized, but it's not probably anywhere close to quarter size right now. This is not really capable of very large hail by any means. It's definitely more of a damaging wind threat for sure. But again, that is where we're watching for maybe a little bit of hail. Damaging winds are going to be associated with this entire line from Denton County all the way back through areas as far south as almost like San Antonio level in terms of latitude. So this is a huge area that we're watching for damaging winds. There have been damaging winds all up and down this line. This is actually a much larger line than I initially thought it was. This goes all the way down to Kerrville. That's wild. So yeah, this is no small line of storms, but the main area of damaging winds with this entire line, believe it or not, is in Tarrant County right now. So again, make sure you're staying away from windows. Treat it as if it is a tornado warning. This entire line, again, is producing damaging winds upwards of 60 to 80 miles per hour. Not really this far back, but you know what I mean. Anywhere in this red and yellow area here, right on the leading edge of the line of storms is where those damaging winds will definitely be the highest. We're also getting a confirmed report of 70 mile per hour damaging winds in Denton County, by the way. So if you're in Denton County, damaging winds have just been reported. I can't confirm it entirely, but I just saw a confirmed report of 70 mile per hour damaging winds in Denton County. So again, winds are really high across this entire cluster of storms entering into Denton and Tarrant County. No, that photo wasn't a, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a wall cloud. I can look at it again, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the one that I showed a few minutes ago. Again, if you know anybody in these areas, make sure you're sharing this with them or just message them. Make sure they're aware of these storms. They are producing winds, again, between 60 to 80 miles per hour, especially in Denton County and Tarrant County. That is where we're seeing the highest winds right now. Actually, we have a live cam in Lantana. This is a live look right now in Lantana. To your left of your screen is where the storms actually are. Obviously, ominous skies out in front of it. So that's live right now in Lantana, Texas. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there. Ominous skies. I'll have a better view for that here in a minute once the storms get closer. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Let me look at the power outage map real quick. I'm not sure if we've had any crazy power outages yet, but we'll see. Yeah, we have Parker County's right now 25% without power. So Parker County seeing some significant power outages. New damaging wind gust report now out of Westworth. That is just west of DFW. 70 miles per hour was just reported, by the way. So again, we're still seeing damaging winds upwards of 70 miles per hour in the Fort Worth area. Make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible if you're in this area. We have another severe thunderstorm warning in Denton County. This is for 80 mile per hour damaging winds in Louisville. Again, if you know anybody in this area, make sure that you're sharing this. This is another significant severe thunderstorm warning. I'm posting this again as well. Again, I'm multitasking. I'm trying to do the best I can here. But we have another severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour for those in Argyle, Corinth, Denton, as well as Louisville and Hebron. If you're in these areas, get away from windows immediately. Away from windows, lowest floor possible. Another severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm guessing this has to do with a report that we just had of damaging winds near 80 miles per hour, because this area, I'm pretty sure we just had a reported wind gust around 70 to 75. I'll see if I can confirm that. But again, damaging winds around 80 miles per hour now possible in southeast Denton County. There's now 2 big areas here that we're watching for damaging winds up to that magnitude in the Metroplex. Make sure to get away from windows immediately. Lowest floor possible. It's another dangerous supercell right now moving through the area. In Louisville right now, Denton are the main areas now included in a new severe thunderstorm warning for destructive winds up to 80 miles per hour. Again, this could cause damage to roofing, sidings of homes, even windows, so make sure you get away from windows lowest floor possible. It's just like a weak EF0 tornado. It's basically the same sort of thing, so make sure you get away from windows. Power just went out for another person. We've had a lot of power outages. We're getting a lot of those reports right now. A lot of shingles flying off from neighbors' homes. Thank you for the report. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of damage from these storms. These are not really what we wanted tonight. Again, this could cause some pretty considerable damage here in southeast Denton County. This is a population, by the way, 500,000 in just that little small yellow box. And even in Tarrant County, it's right around, I'm pretty sure, like 2 million. So there's a lot of people being impacted by these severe wind gusts right now in the Fort Worth area. Back just south of Fort Worth in areas near Cleburne, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds around 70 miles per hour. Again, make sure you're staying away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Main 2 areas that we've been watching for the last several minutes are really going to be in Denton County and Tarrant County. Damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour will be possible in those 2 areas. New report out of Blue Mound, Texas. Significant shingle damage to roofing, power flashes, and signs are damaged. That is near Tarrant Parkway and North Riverside. We are getting some significant reports right now of damage right now in the Fort Worth area. And make sure that you are staying away from windows as this approaches. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. You guys got to see this. In North Lake, this just happened. I don't know what this... Let's look at this. So this is a time lapse, but look at this in the center. Let's see what it is. Might be a tornado. There might have been a brief tornado there in Tarrant. That might be a tornado that we just had in North Lake. Potentially a quick little brief tornado. Look at this again. Let's pause the frame. There is rotation. There was potentially a tornado in North Lake a few minutes ago. That is potentially just happened there in North Lake. That looks like a tornado that just happened. Potentially a brief tornado there. I'm gonna see if I can post it on Facebook as well so you guys can see it again. But yeah, it looks like there was a tornado there. That was definitely rotating. That definitely was on the ground. It looked like a little brief EF0 type tornado. So yeah, that was again in North Lake just a moment ago. See if I can post it though. Need to make sure I can. All right, yeah. So again, I'll show you guys one more sec. I'll show you guys one more time here. If you're just tuning in and did not see the video, a potential tornado was on the ground a moment ago in North Lake. So again, the video, look right here in the center. And that looks like a tornado. Just from the time lapse too, you can see it rotating. That is probably a tornado. Let me go and post this on Facebook. If you guys want to see the whole video, I'll be posting it in a second. We have a new damaging wind gust report out of Denton of 69 miles per hour. That was in Denton as of about 12 minutes ago. This area, again, is currently in a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds of 80 miles per hour. Make sure you get away from windows lowest floor possible. posting this on Facebook so you guys can see if you want. Again, that was most likely a tornado. I mean, it looks like literally a tornado, but I just not confirm 100% yet. We're gonna post this, do that. All right, that video is now up on Facebook. So for those that are wondering. All right, let's get back to the radar. Let's go back to the velocities. Again, that was likely one of those brief embedded tornadoes that we've had a possibility of seeing. Currently over Fort Worth, the wind gusts are being estimated. I don't think it's 90 miles per hour, but they are being estimated a little bit off the surface. Again, this isn't at the actual ground level, but it's about 1,000 feet up. Wind gusts are right now right around 70 to 90 miles per hour. So again, at the surface, it's probably pretty close to, you know, 70 to 80. That's kind of the range that we're at right now here across the Metroplex. Especially here in the Tarrant County area, we're definitely seeing that. And back down in back up, I should say, in southeastern parts of Denton County, that's also where we're right now seeing damaging winds around 80 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour damaging winds possible just down to the south of Tarrant County, back over in Cleburne. That is Johnson County. So again, these are the 3 warning areas that we're watching for very closely. Get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and an interior room of your home or building if you're included in these warnings. Losing power in Argyle. Thank you for the report. Thank you again, Amir, for sending that in. It definitely looks like a tornado, though. Man, the skies are so dark in DFW. It's actually crazy. I'm looking at a few of these not live cams, but the people that have been sending in stuff. It's pretty crazy. This is live right now in Lantana, by the way. Storms are about to literally roll in right now. So you can see back over here to the left. That's where your storm is. Rain is also off to the north. And when we look at the radar, this is Lantana looking north. Back over here. I'm pretty sure it's like right in here somewhere. Again, looking north. That is where we're looking at some rain. That was where I was just looking. And this is west. This is what's going to be impacting Lantana in a few minutes. Some heavy rain. Damaging winds again upwards of 80 miles per hour will be possible. So again, make sure you're staying away from windows. Lowest floor possible. Again, there was possibly a tornado there. We have some damage photos coming out of the Picton tornado that happened earlier today. Back over near Sulphur Springs. So just a little heads up there. I'll probably post those on Facebook since that was a little earlier. By the way, just a friendly reminder, if you want to send me photos and videos, you can message me on Facebook, but please take them safely. Do not go outside and try to film stuff. It's just not worth it. Stay away from windows, lowest floor possible. So if you send me anything, just take it safely. Just a disclaimer. There's potentially a brief tornado in North Lake. A small little vortex kind of form. Let me try to pull that up again. Oops. Quickly pull that up. Again, this was the potential brief tornado that we just had in potentially in North Lake, Texas. Again, this is it right here. You can see it spinning at the top of your screen. Looks like a tornado to me. I mean, that's pretty much, that's definitely a tornado. Almost like 99.9% sure. Again, that was in North Lake, Texas. And if you want to see the full video, it's on Facebook. I literally just posted it. No tornado warnings, by the way, across North Texas. Good news there so far. There is a tornado watch, again, until 10 o'clock tonight. That's another 4 hours. But once this line of storms passes through your location, you are done for tonight. We do have a new damaging wind gust report out of Haltom City of 70 miles per hour. That was measured at a National Weather Service office there in North Fort Worth. We now have a confirmed 77 mile per hour wind gust in Sansom Park. So now we are now up to almost an 80 mile per hour damaging wind gust that has been confirmed back over just north of Fort Worth. So again, damaging winds are really picking up right now across Tarrant County, and a lot of power outages are also beginning. Parker County is right now over 25% without power. Wise County is about 10% without power. Cook County 5% without power. Tarrant County power outages are just beginning right now. Anybody right now in Tarrant County? Anybody else have any reports right now? Let me know in the chat. Hailing by the Speedway, thank you for the report. I'm guessing it's probably small hail. My guess. All right, I'll check that out. We have now a new severe thunderstorm warning for destructive 80 mile per hour damaging winds for the remaining half of the Metroplex. I'm going to have to go and post this again as well. All right, again, new severe thunderstorm warnings for destructive winds upwards of 80 miles per hour in Dallas and Collin counties. Make sure that you are seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible if you're in these areas. Damaging winds have already been confirmed around 80 miles per hour in Tarrant County and also in Denton County. I'm pretty sure we've had a pretty close value there. We have not had it pop up on my map yet, but I'm pretty sure 75 was around where we had that in Denton County. So again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour possible in the remaining half of the DFW Metroplex. Again, make sure that you are seeking shelter away from windows and lowest floor possible. Tarin. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Tarin. That is scud clouds. Those are scuds. Just for reference. At least the first half of what I just saw was scuds. I'm pretty sure that's photoshopped. All right. Back over here. Not sure if we have any other updates here. Again, if you are right now in Collin or in Dallas County, make sure you get into your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. This is just like a weak tornado, so you want to make sure you're getting away from windows. These are widespread damaging winds, by the way. This should impact almost everybody in these 4 counties. We are talking about widespread damaging winds right now, rolling into Collin and as well as Dallas counties. Make sure you get to your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. And a friendly reminder, make sure to like the live stream so this gets out to more people that are in these areas. I'll be covering this entire thing all the way through North Texas. These are really significant damaging winds that we're seeing right now. We've had a lot of reports of roofs being blown off of buildings and stuff like that. We've had a lot of shingle reports being blown off as well. There's been some very significant damage reports already out of these storms, and obviously more are to come. We've only had a handful of reports so far of actual damage, but obviously there has been a lot of damage, more than what I could even say at this point. We've had a lot of shingles blown off and stuff like that. Anybody else in chat have any other reports? Let me know. Anywhere in North Texas, feel free to let me know. Sirens and Mesquite, thank you. Yeah, there's gonna be the tornado sirens are definitely gonna be going off for this. It is pretty much just like a tornado. There go my trash cans. Oh my goodness, you didn't watch the trash can meter forecast? Oh no, you guys should have listened. I'm telling you, the trash can meter forecasts are very accurate. Today was at the gone forever stage. It's like the highest that we can go. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, pull it up real quick. And the trash can meter doesn't lie. It does not lie. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are covering the 4-county Metroplex. 80 mile per hour damaging winds are currently rolling through. Again, make sure that you are staying away from windows. Treat this as if it is a tornado. And again, this is your trash can outlook. I tried to make this as clear as possible. Trash cans will be flying away, just for the record. If you're anywhere in DFW, we're at the gone forever stage. That is the top that we can get, by the way. I don't even have a 6 scale. I might have to make one at some point. Maybe into bits and pieces. I don't know. Yeah, again, the trash cans are gone. That's pretty much for certain at this point. Even if you had stuff in them, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going flying everywhere with 80 mile per hour damaging winds. Temps plummeted in Burleson. They're actually, believe it or not, if you guys want to hear a little potential, it's a low chance still. It's not really, it probably won't happen, but it's a low chance. There might be a mix of rain and snow flurries in far northwestern North Texas tonight. It's a low chance, but it actually does exist. It just depends on if the temperatures get cold enough. So, and I don't think they will, but there's a chance. Road barricades are gone too. I might have to make a road barricade forecast next. Hail now in Argyle and North Lake. We have a report of hail now in Argyle and North Lake now. Rowlett, probably damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour is what's happening out there. Yeah, by the way, if your trash cans are flying away, don't go outside. Just don't. It's not worth it. You can replace it. The amount of lightning that's out there right now is probably really substantial. Let me actually look real quick. The amount of lightning that we're having with these storms is probably going absolutely insane. Actually, it's not as bad as I would think. The lightning right now with these storms is about 25 strikes per minute, so it's actually not horrible. Could be worse. Again, anywhere in the 4-county Metroplex, for the most part, the only exclusion is like north and western parts of Denton County and western Tarrant County now. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour are possible with these storms. Make sure, again, that you are staying away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Not even windy in Richardson. It's because the storms haven't arrived there yet. They'll be there in a few minutes. And then you'll see the trash cans going down the road. Good old trash cans. Further reminder, if you're just tuning in, make sure to hit the like button down below. Helps get this out to more people. Share this with your friends as well. Again, we'll be doing full live coverage here throughout DFW. So make sure to share this. And also make sure to follow and subscribe if you're not already. Here's a live view right now out of Lantana. It is pretty much just raining. There's not much to see anymore. The clouds are there, obviously, but it is definitely raining now in Lantana, Texas. That is our live cam view out of Lantana. Let me know if there's any other reports, by the way. Again, primarily looking for reports in Denton County and Tarrant County right now. Let me know what you're seeing, again, from a distant point away from windows. Don't get that close to windows, but feel free to let me know what you're seeing out there if you're anywhere in the DFW metro, particularly in Denton County and as well as in Tarrant County right now, because those are the areas that are seeing damaging winds right around 80 miles per hour. I'll go back to the velocities radar here in a second. All right. See if there's any other reports here on Twitter as well. Haltom City, we have 5 power poles that were snapped on a roadway, approximately 17.5 inches from a curb. So in Haltom City, there are now power poles that have been snapped on a roadway. There was a tornado actually over in Shreveport, in Illinois. Or not in Illinois. Oh my god. Illinois, yeah, right. Over in Louisiana, there was actually a tornado. Like a pretty decent tornado, too. This was earlier today. We had a confirmed tornado in Linden, Texas, by the way. It was a brief tornado. Linden, Texas. I need to figure out where that is. I've never actually heard of it. In Cass County. Okay, that's much further, I think, off to the east. Yeah, that's way east Texas. Never mind. Got a confirmed tornado, though, over there earlier. We already had... There was a possible tornado, actually, in Denton County in North Lake not too long ago. If you want to see the full video, it's on the front page of my Facebook page. And just a further reminder, by the way, the main concern with this line of storms right now is damaging winds. There is a low chance for some small hail, but the hail threat is not that significant. This is the little 30-minute loop here of these severe storms as well. So again, we're not really looking at much of a hail threat. It's mainly damaging winds with a few brief and weak embedded tornadoes. We've probably at least had one tornado already in North Lake, Texas. Not confirmed, but we have video of it, so it did look like a tornado there. Mailbox is down. Thank you for the report. We should have a mailbox forecast too. Little hail in Argyle. Yeah, it's probably gonna be pretty small. It's my guess. A lot of the hail that we're gonna see is small. There is actually a small hail core developing near Pilot Point. That could be closer to quarter sized. If you're near Pilot Point, Aubrey. Anybody in Pilot Point, Aubrey? Anybody seeing anything there? We have another wind gust of 80 miles per hour confirmed at North Tarrant Parkway and Riverside Drive. So new confirmed damaging wind gust of 80 miles per hour in Blue Mound. Fence is down in Lantana. All right, there's hail confirmed. It seems like in Aubrey. Thank you, Sarah. I think it was. Thank you for the report. This is for the winds, Jessica, but there might be a couple of embedded brief tornadoes with this. We had potentially one in North Lake not too long ago, so a brief tornado is not out of the question, but definitely be prepared for damaging winds. It's just like a weak tornado, so make sure that you're taking this as if this is a tornado across all of the Metroplex, by the way. Make sure you're treating it all the same. Stay away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. And by the way, there will be a ton of power outages, so make sure to charge your phones and stuff like that, and put batteries in your flashlights. Damaging winds are definitely concerning. I am sick, by the way, so I am drinking like a lot of water as well. Just putting that out there. I am I have a cold, I have a sore throat. It has been fantastic. All happened in the last 24 hours, so we are sick. Doing a live stream, it always happens at the worst times possible. I cannot tell you. This is like the third time in the last like 6 months that I've had a severe weather live stream, and I've been sick literally that week. It's just it's phenomenal. My luck is pretty amazing. I'm fine. Or just congestion right now. Our trampoline flipped in Louisville. Thanks for the report. If you have a photo, feel free to let me know. I know there'll probably be a few people sending me photos. I didn't tell you, but I said it earlier in the last live stream I did. There have been people that have sent me in photos of their bouncy houses being up just before the storms. I don't know why people still have their bouncy houses up. Those things are going to go flying if you did not take them down already. Has anybody else seen any bouncy houses up today? I'm curious. I had a couple people say that I actually saw a couple photos of it earlier. This is a crazy photo out of yeah, pull this up. From Kim, we have a photo out of, this is a look at it. This is a pretty cool photo right out of White Settlement. Look at that. White Settlement, Texas from about 5:45. Yeah, we've had a couple of people report in our rotation in the North Lake area. I have another person that just sent it in North Lake. So again, I think there was a tornado on the ground in North Lake, Texas for a brief amount of time, not too long ago. So yeah, that's what we've seen so far. Let me post this on Facebook real quick, and then we'll go back to the live chat. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to let me know in the chat. I'll be answering a few of them. This is the most recent radar scan, by the way. For those in Collin County and Dallas County, you'll be seeing storms here in a few minutes. Just a heads up. And also, a friendly reminder, we're live on both YouTube and Facebook, so I'll be answering questions from both chats. I have them both pulled up. Will I call this a derecho? Right now, no, but this could very well turn into a derecho. It's not out of the question. With what we're seeing right now, this is probably going, it might be close. This is about 250 miles long. It's definitely possible that this would become a derecho, or be named a derecho. The derecho, for those who are wondering, is like widespread damaging winds across like 250 miles or so over a 3-hour span. This could be a derecho. There's not a second line of storms. This is the only one. Who exactly decides when to turn off tornado sirens? I don't know. I really don't. Tornado sirens, though, typically go off for severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in North Texas. So there's that. We have over 1,500 people watching, by the way, across Facebook and YouTube. If you've not already, make sure to hit the like button down below. It's free to do. Again, this helps get this out to more people that are in the track of these storms right now. We are keeping a very close eye on all of them, and I'll be trying to share as many photos as I can. We have a lot of photos coming in. I'm trying to get through all of them. It's hard balancing a live stream, photos, posting warnings, and all this other stuff at the same time, so it's a little bit more difficult than it usually is. On nationwide live streams on my YouTube channel, we usually do, like, I don't have to post warnings on Facebook, obviously, since it's nationwide, but a little bit easier. We have a lot of photos, too. I'm trying to get through some of these. Thank you guys, by the way, for those that have sent in photos and videos. Thank you, but again, please take them safely. I've seen some people, like, outside taking them. Please do not do that. But I'm trying to get through all these photos here. This is another crazy one here out of Garner and Mineral Wells. I'll pull this one up here. Sent in by Lisa. Again, dark clouds approaching there in the just west of the Metroplex. And Mineral Wells a little while ago. The storms over Mineral Wells still produced a considerable amount of damage there as well. DFW Airport just measured a 67-mile-per-hour damaging wind gust. That probably could cause some damage to some airplanes. So, that's not good. Michael, no, not really. I mean, it was kind of the same before. It's the same before and the same now. The only thing that's really changed, and I think for those that have been following me for over a year now, You might notice I've been like kind of like louder and much more enthusiastic than I used to be. I don't know why. For some reason, I felt like I always felt enthusiastic about what I was talking about like a year ago, but it never sounded like that on live streams. I don't know why. If you guys have been around for about a year, it's changed. Yes, there is not a second line of storms coming. This is just a bunch of rain. There might be some thunder, but that'd be about it. Damaging winds again for those in the Metroplex. Up to 80 miles per hour are possible across the entire 4-county Metroplex. We're looking at right now. I keep saying a second line of severe storms. There's no second line. This is like the last. We had a round 1 this afternoon that was supposed to be more isolated in nature. This evening, this is the last line. We'll have some rain overnight. There might be another like small area of like elevated storms that develops overnight, but that would be primarily in eastern North Texas. It would not impact the Metroplex. Thank you, Brittany. I'll try to get to it. I've literally like 100 messages right now. I still have not gone through most of them. Sound more confident? Well, that might be true too. I don't know. Something changed. I really don't know what changed though. It came out of nowhere. Yeah, Sherman, Texas right now, just strong storms. Nothing severe up there right now. All the severe weather is basically south of 380, and it's pretty much all, even most of it I would say is south of 380. Not all of it. There's still a little bit of severe weather just north of McKinney, but yeah, this severe storms area does extend all the way down into areas near San Antonio. It is a long line of storms. Again, we've had already confirmation of 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds with this line of storms, and it is all moving through the Metroplex right now pretty quickly. Again, if you are anywhere in Dallas County or Collin County, make sure you're getting away from windows. McKinney sirens going off. Thank you. Anybody else have any reports on the on the Tarrant and Dallas County line? Any reports out of there? And anywhere along the Denton and Collin County line? Let me know if you have any reports. Again, please stay away from windows and do not, get out of your safety place. Just let me know if you're hearing anything, or, if you're seeing anything from a distance, that's fine. Let me know what you're seeing out there. My power just went out in Sherman. That is possible. There's probably some wind gusts up there. Shingles are all over our front and backyard. By the way, I will give you guys a little bit of a heads up. I am sponsored by 2 companies below, but again, I actually highly recommend them. If you ever have any roofing damage or even a car damage, you can, call the 2 people below. Aaron at Platinum Contracting, they are a veteran-owned company. They've been here for over 40 years. Make sure to check them out. Also, All Dents Repair, great company, and Jimmy is really nice there. Make sure to check them out. The phone numbers are on the screen. If you have any issues, so obviously, I know a lot of damage is going to be happening out of this, and it's going to be a busy next few days. There's possible hail. There might be hail. It might just be heavy rain, too. We have a lot of heavy rain, for sure. There's possibly some pea-sized hail, but it would not be anything greater than that at this point. Lights flickering. I've got a lot of power flickering. My friend has no power in Grapevine. Actually, let me check. We have power outage. We have a power outage map we can look at. Tarrant County now, 50,000 people are without power out of almost 1 million. Or at least that are tracked. In Parker County, still over 30% without power. Denton County is starting to increase on power outages too. So power outages are starting to ramp up here across the Metroplex. And I would expect that to really start to continue. Again, make sure that you charge your phones. I cannot stress that enough. A lot of you are probably not, a lot of you might have your phones at like 20%. Make sure to get them into the charger now and not later, especially if you're in Collin and Dallas County, because power outages are still possible with this line of storms as it continues to move through the Metroplex. McKinney and Dallas are going to be next on the track of this as well. So again, charge your phones, your flashlights, make sure you put new batteries in those as well. Not urge that enough. Lost power for a second at Cadillac and Frisco. Thank you for the report. Excuse me. DFW Tower. Okay, so new report from the airport. The DFW Tower is evacuating. It's mostly just for precautionary measures. We had a wind gust of 70 miles per hour there, so that makes sense. So according to somebody on YouTube there, 70 mile per hour damaging winds. Obviously it's happened there. That's confirmed. But we just had a report there that they are evacuating the tower. Yeah, just a friendly reminder, I am one person. I am trying to cover as much as I can. I am posting to Facebook as much as I can as well. I'm trying to look at as many photos as I can. There's a lot of stuff happening. We have a tornado warning that has just been issued for Dallas. If you're in Dallas, make sure you get to your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. There is a tornado warning in effect for Dallas. I have to post this to Facebook as well. We'll be talking about this in just a second. There's now a tornado warning again in effect for Dallas. Anywhere in Dallas County here near Irving. All right, posting this to Facebook now, and we'll be talking about this in 2 seconds. All right, so now we have a tornado warning that has just been issued here for those in Dallas County. Let's go and break this down kind of piece by piece and give you an idea of what's happening here. So again, there is possibility for a tornado with this storm. Let's go to the base velocities. It looks like there's gonna be some rotation back over here near Cockrell Hill. That is south of Irving. That is where our rotation is currently located. Again, make sure that you seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, an interior room of your home or building. It's going to be on that leading edge of this line of storms right now. So if you are right now in the Dallas County area, there is a possible tornado located near Interstate 30 near Cockrell Hill. If you're included in this warning, get to your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Get away from windows. Cannot stress that enough. A basement in a storm shelter are obviously the best bet for you, but again, away from like a closet, interior room of your home. Bathroom is always a good option as well. If you don't have any rooms without windows, a bathroom is typically the best place to go, in a tub or something like that. Those are usually held up pretty well. Again, potential tornado though right now south. Let's actually, we got a closer radar site. Let's check out and see if we have any better view on this. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Yeah, here's your rotation. This is pretty much live. It's going to be near Cockrell Hill right now, where that rotation is currently located. And not just that, wind gusts are right now probably upwards of 80 miles per hour here. So we're talking about high winds as well. And this is the closest up. Yeah, this is a great view right here near Irving. This was a few minutes ago. Potential tornado at some point here was definitely possible. And now this is what we're looking at. This is where the rotation is. It's near Interstate 30. Get away from windows, lowest floor possible. This is right now west of Dallas. That is where this rotation is currently located. Again, tornado warning is ongoing for Dallas. Definitely a pretty significant situation that we're looking at here. By the way, Tarrant County, the severe thunderstorm warning is down to 60 mile per hour damaging winds there. The winds are starting to die down in Tarrant County. Again, if you're in Dallas County, there is a tornado warning ongoing. This is where the rotation is. We may have had a brief tornado near Irving a few minutes ago. We've already potentially had a tornado in Northlake from about 30 to 45 minutes ago. This could also potentially be on the ground at any time. The rotation is located right here near Interstate 30. A couple of pockets. The main area is probably going to be actually here now near Cockrell Hill. So if you're in this area, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. This is, again, pretty far away from the line of storms right now. It's kind of on the leading edge of this entire thing. That's where our rotation is right now. Best view that we have, by the way, of the rotation is right here. This is actually from the radar back up here in northwestern Dallas County. So that's where it is right now. That's where our rotation is located. Straight line damaging winds blew in Tarrant County. That's what that was. There was rotation reported in Northlake. There was potentially a tornado as well. I have a video of that on Facebook if you want to check that out. We had a video that somebody sent in of an actual possible tornado in back over in Northlake. That was in Denton County. Checking to see if we have any other reports here. By the way, if you become a subscriber or a member on YouTube or anything like that and I've missed your notification, I'll try to get to those at some point. I appreciate the support. I will not be able to get to those right now, though. Sirens in McKinney. Yeah, again, any sirens that are not included in a tornado warning is probably just damaging winds. Just a heads up there. This is a tornado warning, though. If there are any sirens going off, which there probably are right now in Dallas County, that is because of a tornado warning. The rotation is located near Cockrell Hill right now. There may have been a tornado on the ground just south of Irving at the very beginning of this storm cycle. So that's what we've seen so far out of this storm. And that is where our rotation's located. We got another radar scan coming in here in just a moment. Once we have that, I'll zoom back out for a second because I know a few people are wondering where we're at. This is, again, southwest of Dallas right now, in Dallas County, though. This is near Cockrell Hill. Hutchins is going to be in the track of this in a few minutes. If you're in Hutchins, get to your safe place immediately. Seagoville, Lancaster, and Wilmer will be also in the track of this here pretty soon. The damaging winds, by the way, look at this. Velocities are right around 80 miles per hour heading towards Dallas. 74 miles per hour is being estimated just to the west of Dallas right now. So again, if you're anywhere near Dallas, get away from windows immediately. There definitely could be the threat for damaging winds around 80 miles per hour. Not sure if it showed, yeah, it doesn't show the correlation coefficient. So unfortunately, since this radar is, it doesn't have as much tools that we really need in terms of like the correlation coefficient. So this is the best view that we have right now. There might be a tornado though on the ground again here near Cockrell Hill. So if you're in this area, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. That is a potential tornado at any time right now, south of Dallas. And if you know anybody in this area, by the way, make sure you share this with them, especially on Facebook. Again, we are right now live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to share this with them if you're in this area. For Tarrant County is just about done for severe weather for today. Primarily, the main focus now shifted into Dallas County. News 5 believes there's a tornado. There probably, it looks like there is one here. I mean, this is pretty strong rotation just to the southeast of Cockrell Hill. Again, I do not have a view on the correlation coefficient on this radar site. We'll go to this one. I don't think this one's updated, though. We'll take a glance and see. Yeah, again, this one's not even updated. The one that's actually updating right now is the one in Dallas County. Again, that is where our rotation's right now located. There might be a tornado on the ground right now. Just give me 1 second. Running back. I had to blow my nose. I'm sick again, so that's where we are right now. All right, again, we are in Dallas County. For those just tuning in, this is currently an ongoing tornado warning for those south of Dallas. Make sure that you're getting away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Again, this is a dangerous storm that could have a tornado on the ground at any time. This is where our rotation's right now located. It is south of Dallas along Interstate 35E. This tornado warning is currently heading quickly down to the south and east towards Hutchins and Seagoville. Make sure you get away from windows, lowest floor possible. That is where the current ongoing tornado warning is. This is a look at the line of storms, by the way, for those that are wondering. This is what we're looking at. And actually, there's another severe thunderstorm warning down here to the south, by the way. This is the line of storms, though. It's moving into Collin and Dallas County right now. And along the leading edge is where we might have a tornado and just south of Dallas. So again, in Dallas County, heading towards Interstate 20 over the next several minutes. Let's go back over to the velocities again. Go back to here. We're going to go back to the other radar site up that direction. Here's the latest radar scan, and I'm not seeing nearly as much rotation as we once had. It does look like it's weakened out a bit. I don't see any defined area of rotation at this point. So if we go back a couple of scans here, there's a little bit more defined there near Dallas, and it's kind of weakened out again. So it might just be more of a damaging wind threat again. Again, this is when it was about issued. It's right here near Irving. Looked like there may have been a tornado there. Not just very high wind gusts is at least what we're seeing there. Does seem like there might be some weakening there, which is good news. But again, if you're in Dallas County in this tornado warning, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows right now, because this is still a dangerous storm. It could produce a tornado at any time. And if you're anywhere in Collin or in Dallas County, you should all seek shelter because damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour are possible right now. All right, the tornado warning has now been condensed. Hutchins, Seagoville, and Dallas are still included. So it no longer includes areas back near Irving. So that's a little update there on the tornado warning. Keeping a very close eye on that. We'll see if there's any new developments in a couple of radar scans here. Flower Mound is going to be winding down. If you're anywhere in Dallas, or not Dallas, if you're anywhere in Denton County or in Fort Worth or anywhere in Tarrant County, you are about to be done with severe weather for tonight. Not done yet, but you're going to be done in about 20 minutes or so. And tornado warning ongoing in southeast Dallas County right now. Anybody have any reports, by the way, out of Dallas? Let me know in chat. Curious to see if anybody has any reports out of here in Dallas County. Again, stay away from windows. Don't, try to walk up to your window, because debris can go flying into windows. So don't go that far if there is to be a tornado. Let me know if anybody's seeing anything there, though, in Dallas County. No problem, Jessica. Rockwall, probably going to see damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour. Tornado video in North Lake. I did post a video on Facebook of a tornado. Thank you, Texas Mama, by the way, for becoming a Storm Chaser member on YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you. That tornado warning just missed your area? Well, that's good news. I mean, the other thing is, though, damaging winds still up to 80 miles per hour are possible here. So still got to be watching out for that as well. Definitely a concern right now in Dallas County and Collin County. This will eventually impact like Rockwall and Greenville. Those areas will start to probably see damaging winds right upwards of 70 to 80 miles per hour as well. This line of storms has been very, very potent at this point. All right, let me see if we have any photos or videos. We've had a lot of them coming in. Tad windy, and a whole fence came down over in... Let me show you guys this. In Highland Village, an entire fence just came down from the winds. This is a look at that. Entire fencing literally came down. Sent in by Mitch O'Bray. Appreciate that. Entire fence came down there. We have another video out of... Let me see if I can pull this up. I have to save this and play it. There's another video out of North Lake of a potential tornado from earlier. Let's see if I can see if there's anything here that we can look at. Oops. I'm gonna put it over here. Put it over here for now. Yeah, it looks like there was a confirmed. There was definitely a tornado in North Lake. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. But that tornado, there was a tornado in North Lake a little while ago. I'll show you guys again. We have another perspective of it that's much slower. But I'll show you guys that here in a second. We have another tornado warning, but this is sort of out of our coverage area. This is southwest of Waco near Gatesville. So just a new tornado warning there near Keelan. Make sure you seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. We're primarily going to be covering, though, the DFW storms right now here near the Metroplex. Let's go back over to the velocities. I don't know if there's any rotation left. We're going to check. There is still possibly some rotation here. Southeast of Dallas, there's a new area of rotation trying to develop there. That is northwest of Hutchins. So again, potential for a tornado does exist here. That is southeast of Dallas. So again, make sure you stay away from windows here. All right, here's the video. I'll show you guys. This is the video of a possible tornado in North Lake. Look over here. This is your tornado. It's right here. That's a tornado. That's definitely a tornado right there. You can't see the cloud column there, but you can definitely at least see the debris being lifted up right there. Let me skip ahead a little bit. That's a better view right there. So yeah, there was a tornado on the ground. That was in North Lake not too long ago. So yeah, I mean, I mentioned this before. We had a video on it from before. But yeah, that's definitely a tornado. Yeah, I'll post this to Facebook as well. Keep it on the screen here for a second. All right, let me post this. Thank you again. This is from, and that it kind of winded down, I think here. Yeah, it winded down. But yeah, this is again what we saw here was right there. This is from Richard Chance. Thank you, Richard, for sending this in. Posting this over to Facebook, and if you guys want to see that, you can watch it on the main page. But yeah, again, there was a tornado there in North Lake. We mentioned that before. We had another video of somebody sending it in. It was a time lapse though, but there was definitely a tornado there in North Lake. So it was brief. Again, we have had a lot of damaging winds here across the Metroplex as well, and that's obviously much more concerning because damaging winds around 80 miles per hour is just like that tornado as well. It's not much different. They're all pretty much the same, but I'm assuming the National Weather Service will be surveying that area to see what the intensity was of that tornado, and if it was confirmed as a tornado, which from the video, it definitely looks like one. So, all Let's zoom back out real quick. I'll give you an update on what's happening. Again, possible tornado just southeast of Dallas. Make sure you're seeking shelter if you're in Hutchins, Seagoville, Wilmer, Combine, Lancaster, or south of Balch Springs. This is the live radar, though, here across the Metroplex. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour is going to be possible with this line. It is now moving into McKinney, Anna, Plano, Dallas, and Duncanville. If anybody right now in the chat, anybody in these areas, anybody seeing anything out there, let me know. Right now in Dallas or Collin County, let me know what's happening out there. But right now over in Plano and McKinney, damaging winds up to 80 are possible still with this line of storms. And we still have the tornado warning ongoing right now in southeast Dallas County. Still watching that pretty closely. No confirmation of a tornado quite yet, but I would assume there was probably something there, maybe a funnel cloud, maybe a brief touchdown. Nothing major, but we have sirens in Mesquite. Thank you. I'm in East Dallas. Yeah, let me know if you see anything. East Dallas is going to hit here pretty shortly. Starting to get windy in Garland. Actually, I can pull up the velocities here. Let me pull those up real quick. The winds might be dying down a little bit, which is good. The winds are definitely starting to die down. It looks like just a little bit near the surface. Highest wind gusts on the leading edge back up in like Collin County aren't that high, actually. They're probably around 50 to 60 maybe. Back down here in Dallas County, they might still be upwards of 70. They definitely seem to be a bit lower than earlier, which is good news. This line of storms may be weakening a tad here in the eastern side of the Metroplex, which would be great. That's obviously what we want to see. Maybe a little bit of weakening, but obviously stay in your safe place right now just in case. There might still be some high winds out there. Irving has a lot of wind, yes. So it seems like Dallas County still has a lot of wind right now. Any of this green is light precipitation. In terms of rain in this case, so light rain. It's also, the leading edge of the damaging winds is basically right here. So this is also where we're seeing the damaging winds on that light green line. And tornado warning does continue for southeast Dallas County for another 16 minutes unless otherwise canceled. And there's still a tornado warning down southwest of Waco. We have damaging winds extending across the entire Metroplex right now. Again, make sure that you're staying in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. If you have any other photos or videos, by the way, feel free to message me on Facebook. I'll be checking out a few more of these here. I've had a lot of these. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Let me show you guys this. Oh, no. This isn't good. I don't know if I didn't see the rest of this video. The basketball hoop is moving. Oh, God. It might actually fall in the car. I've not watched this entire video, so this is the first time I'm watching it. Only a little bit left. Will it fall in the car? Sent in by Percy Silva. Oh, it hit the car. Oh, no. I wonder if it... I doubt it dented the car, but it wasn't going that fast. Again, this is one of the reasons why you should take down this stuff. Definitely caused some damage. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for those in Grayson County. This was issued 16 minutes ago. I'm only just getting to this. We've had a lot of stuff ongoing. But 60 mile per hour damaging winds. Quarter-sized hail is possible up in Grayson County. So again, make sure you're staying away from windows there. Tornado warning is going to continue here, by the way, for those in Hutchins, Wilmer, and Seagoville for the next 15 minutes. Still radar indicated rotation. Has not been confirmed to this point. Let's see if we have any other reports coming in here. Power flash was confirmed at the Dallas Baptist University. A power flash with 70, 80 mile per hour damaging winds there. There was a massive power flash there. So there have been some power flashes here in the Metroplex already. And whether, again, it was a tornado or not is to be determined. But for right now, that's what we've seen out there. We're going to stay on the Metroplex here for now. Any other reports out of Dallas County or Collin County? These storms are moving pretty quickly, so let me know if you guys are seeing anything out there. And it's just a friendly reminder, by the way, for those in Denton County and Tarrant County, you are done with severe weather now. Unless you're in, like, the furthest eastern part of the county, severe weather will be winding down, and you'll just be seeing rain for the rest of tonight.
In North Carolina, we had heavy rain and winds. Yeah, North Carolina saw some pretty crazy weather too. Another thing, by the way, we've had no reports recently of wind like speeds and stuff. I'm not sure if there's. Let me check real quick. Let's put on the METAR data. Maybe the winds are just not exceeding 60 anymore. These are the most recent numbers at these airports and whatnot. I'm pulling up on the screen. Pop up here in a second. No, we are still seeing very high winds. 76 miles per hour was confirmed at just northwest of Dallas. So we're still around 80 mile per hour damaging winds down here. McKinney, we've not had an update on yet. And Grayson County, we don't have any METAR data there. So we've had 63 miles per hour near Duncanville about 15 minutes ago. 76 miles per hour was confirmed in Dallas County. So damaging winds are still upwards of 80 miles per hour right now. There's still some pretty significant severe weather ongoing. Posting this real quick. New severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for Terrell. This is going to be areas back near Kemp and Rosser as well. This is for the threat of damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour. Make sure that you're staying away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Again, this is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Sorry, I'm posting the post on Facebook. But again, new severe thunderstorm warning for Terrell. This is for 80 mile per hour damaging winds. Not really much of a hail threat right now. Thank you, Radio Man, for the $10 super chat. Sorry, I just saw this. My son is in Irving at college, so I'm on the phone with him and watching. I appreciate that, and obviously make sure they're staying safe there. It has been very windy with these storms all across the Metroplex. I can only imagine, honestly, this has been pretty crazy. Back over in Greenville and Rose City and Lone Oak. This area is now into a severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour damaging winds. This will be including all these areas over here: Lone Oak, Rose City, Greenville, all the cities on the left side of your screen and towns. And then again, this is your destructive severe thunderstorm warning for 80 mile per hour damaging winds. Tornado warning has continued so far for southeast Dallas County, which we're still watching that pretty closely. No confirmed tornado at this point, though. Quite yet, at least. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything else. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream and you're on Facebook, you can become a subscriber. Help support the page a lot. The link is in the description below if you want to support my page. There's also a donate link if you would rather do that. Helps the page out a lot. Again, I do this full time, and I'm also sick, so it would help out a lot. Not just that, if you are over on YouTube, you can become a member for as little as $2.99 a month if you're enjoying the stream. Would appreciate it. Again, not required by any means. All right. Let's go back over to Twitter. I'm going to see if there's any other updates here. Let's see. We have a new report out of New Hope, Texas, of a transformer blowing up. Also, power is out in New Hope, Texas. Yeah, figure out where that is. I think that's in North Texas, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, that's in Collin County. So we have now a confirmation of a transformer blowing up in New Hope, Texas. You post this on Facebook too. All right, that is posted. All right, so yeah, a new report coming out of New Hope, Texas. That's in Collin County. Again, 80 mile per hour winds were reported, along with transformers blowing, and power's out. So back up in Collin County, we are still seeing some significant damaging winds right now. And yeah, there's a lot of power outages as well. The power outages have really increased pretty quickly. Tarrant County, 100,000 are without power out of about 1 million, so that's about 10% without power. Denton County is about 10% without power. Collin and Dallas counties are starting to ramp up as well. So power outages are becoming pretty quickly. They're really ramping up pretty quickly right now. So again, power outages are definitely becoming into play. Another report in New Hope of a transformer blowing up as well, or flashes at least. So again, we've had now a couple of reports of the transformer blowing there. And in Richardson, Texas, on a chimney anemometer, there's a 50 mile per hour wind gust there. So another report there as well. All right, let's go back over to here.
Yeah, again, that was a New Hope. That's just outside, I think, of McKinney. Anybody have any reports right now out of Collin or Dallas County? Curious. Again, 76-mile-per-hour wind gust was confirmed in Dallas. We just mentioned that a second ago. Specifically Highland Park. And then back over near Duncanville, there was a 63-mile-per-hour wind gust reported there. Transformers have blown, however you really say that, back up in Collin County a few minutes ago. That was in New Hope. So that's the most recent report there. They're saying over 189,000 without power in Texas. That is true. Yes, there's over 189,000 without power in the state of Texas. In DFW particularly, that's right around 150,000, I believe. There are some power outages further to the south, so keep that in mind. In Sasha, and we've seen 75 mile per hour plus winds, and Transformers was flashing across the street. Thank you for the report, Amanda. Yeah, we've had a lot of Transformers flashing. The one-touch ground in Plano? Do you mean a tornado? I've had no confirmed reports of a tornado in Plano. It's probably from the straight line winds that are around 80 miles per hour. Most likely what has been causing the power flashes. There might have been a brief tornado, but from what I know, there has not been one. But I mean, even in North Lake, there was a tornado there, and not really anybody noticed it. But yeah, there's not really any rotation up there. It would be more of a damaging wind component, which would be straight line winds around 80 miles per hour. Again, this is the entire line of storms. It is now spanning from areas back up in Fannin County all the way back through San Antonio. This is a huge line of storms. It is a very long line of storms. Let me actually check. See how long this is real quick. Curious if this would be in derecho type category. Yeah, this would be. I mean, this might actually be classified as a derecho. That's about 300 miles long. That's pretty crazy. 300 miles. That's what it's at right now. My cushions blew off my patio furniture and grapevine. Oh no. At least it wasn't the trash cans. We've had a lot of people saying their trash cans blew away. Should have followed my trash can meter forecast. We have a lot of those. Posting a bunch of those here recently. By the way, this warning is now down to 70 mile per hour damaging winds, so good news there. Still, there is a potential, though, for 80 mile per hour damaging winds heading into Terrell and anywhere back over here in Kaufman County. We'll have that chance for upwards of 80 mile per hour damaging winds over the next several minutes. In Rio Vista, Texas, there was a down power line. It's another report that we just had coming in. Yeah, just heads up, this live stream is particularly only North Texas. We're not really doing anything else tonight. That was what this live stream was intended to be. Just heads up there. There's a lot of stuff going on, though, tonight. I mean, if you look region-wide, a lot of it's in Texas, actually, right now. We have a ton of stuff going on in Texas. There's not much over here yet. But yeah, there's a lot of activity right now in North Texas, specifically. We still have a tornado warning ongoing. Real quickly, I'm going to check the velocities. There's not a whole lot of rotation left near Seagoville. It's probably going to be let to expire if it's not already been canceled, but most likely going to be more of a damaging wind threat here for the next few hours. I would not expect much of any tornado threat. There's a low chance for a few embedded tornadoes. We had one confirmed at this point in North Lake, Texas, back over in Denton County. There's a video on our page. And one back down here, potentially in Dallas County, happened, but that has not been confirmed to this point. We have a 64 mile per hour wind gust that has been confirmed in McKinney National Airport. That's in Fairview, so that's another report that we just had coming in there. Grafford, Texas. Yes, there was a fire, or in Millsap was the area that I heard that at a fire department, a roof was blown off a building, or at least partially. Oh no, our brand new trampoline we got for our daughters for Christmas is 3 doors down. That is not fun. Yeah, trampolines are another one. I actually should probably note that a bit more too. Trampolines are a big thing. You should never have trampolines outside during storms like this. I do cover Corsicana. Yes, I do. My coverage area is actually much larger for North Texas than most like news stations. I cover pretty much from like this area. I can't really draw it. I don't remember the exact area. It's something like this. It's pretty large. It's like anywhere in here. That's like the coverage area, but this is approximate. It's a little bit bigger than that, I think. Yeah, that's basically what I cover. Corsicana is definitely in the area. That's for North Texas. Again, for those on YouTube, this is just a North Texas live stream. I typically do nationwide stuff, just for FYI. But tonight is North Texas, since we are live streaming on both Facebook and YouTube. Disclaimer there. Yes, Argyle's done with severe weather. It's just going to be some gusty winds and rain. Maybe a little bit of thunder as well. If you have any photos, again, feel free to send them in to me by messages. I'll be posting a ton of those tonight because I've gotten messaged like 1,000 times. So I'll be posting a ton of those. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. So somebody mysteriously now has a trampoline in the yard. It's a bit blurry, but there's now a trampoline that landed in somebody's yard. This is not theirs, apparently. So if anybody's missing a trampoline, I don't know where this is. I think it's in Salina. Heads up, your trampoline might be in this person's pool. Posting this on Facebook. This is actually wild. Yeah, again, I have not seen any blown or bouncy houses yet, you know, in terms of being blown into somebody else's yard, but if you have any of those photos, feel free to send them in. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if there was a photo or something like that out there of somebody having a bouncy house flying in the sky. I'm glad so far today, though, I've gone without having to post something like that. Alright, that's posted on Facebook. The wind changed directions. That is what happens with a frontal boundary. You can send pictures by messages. The storms took out my grill and patio table, but they both remain within our property. Well, that's good news. At least they're on your properties. Apparently, some person lost their trampoline into somebody's pool, and I don't know how that happens. I don't know how a trampoline goes flying that high. I'm guessing somehow the air gets under that trampoline and picks it up somehow. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go back to photos and see if we have anything else here. We have a lot of photos. There is a report of a blown over 18-wheeler in Fort Worth, by the way. That does not surprise me. There's probably gonna be a lot of those reports. Oh my goodness. There are some really high winds in North Fort Worth as well. Got a lot of videos out of there too. Wow. This is another cool photo too. I'll post this. Anything else here? Further reminder, by the way, if you're tuning in, make sure to hit the like button down below. And make sure to follow our page if you're not already. This is another photo of a trampoline on somebody's home. This is on somebody's home. Oh my goodness. This is in Northlake. This actually could have been from that tornado. There's a trampoline on that person's roof. Posting this as well. I cannot believe this. I didn't expect two photos in the same area to have trampolines there. This is not even the same area. Selena's back over in Collin County, or it's in like East Dallas or Denton County. I mean, posted that as well. Yeah, Selena's over in Collin County, and Northlake's over here. So we have two different areas of two different trampolines. Unless the same one traveled very far, it's not out of the question. All right, back to the line of storms. For those that are just tuning in, this line of storms extends all the way from Fannin County all the way down to the south through areas near San Antonio. This is again producing damaging winds widespread between 60 to 80 miles per hour. The highest damaging winds are currently being seen near Terrell. Greenville is seeing damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. Then back over into Fannin County, the winds are upwards of 60 to 65 miles per hour right now. And that's what we're looking at right now in terms of the wind speeds. Back down near Waxahachie, those areas are near 60. Waco is near 60. Tornado warnings expiring in Gatesville here pretty shortly. So that's also happening. So all the storms right now are primarily just damaging winds. Tornado threat has definitely gone down here over the last little while. Still a chance for a few embedded tornadoes, though. The pronunciation of Texas names? Hey, I try. Actually, I'm pretty good. I've gotten pretty good with the names in Texas. Gotten pretty good, I think. Yeah, I've been covering this area for over 3 years, so I feel like I should know every name, but I still don't. I have expanded my coverage area quite a bit. Right now, I'd say trampolines are gone forever. I should have a trampoline forecast next time I go live and whatnot. Should definitely have some sort of forecast for that. Salina. That is definitely what it is. I feel like I should know that. Oh my god. This is crazy. I'm going to show you guys this video here in a second. I just need to make sure I get confirmation that I can post it. I'm going to show you guys something that was pretty crazy here in North Lake. Again, we've had a lot of stuff out of North Lake, actually. Kind of surprised. I'll have this video here in a second, as long as I can show it. Show you guys here in just a second. But yeah, there's been a lot of roofing damage and whatnot as well. I'll be showing you guys that here in a second. I got so many photos and videos here. All right, should be able to show this. All right, this is from Charlie Hodges. Let me real quickly, I'll put on the sound here. There might be profanity, I don't know. They said, excuse the language, so just a heads up. I would not be surprised if they swore. This is what I would do too. That was what he was gonna say it. All right, so yeah, that just happened. That was in North Lake. Oh, there's another one. Look over to the right.
I don't know, dude. There's someone inside the gym.
Oh, that one did go flying. Wow, that's pretty wild. So yeah, that was out of North Lake. I was able to cut out the swear. All right, I'll post this to Facebook too. We've had a lot of videos and stuff, but I'll post this one. I'm posting a lot of content on Facebook with all this stuff. All right, posting this. I appreciate everybody staying with me, by the way. I know I've been not able to cover the radar a whole lot in the last few minutes. I'm multitasking on everything. I literally have to post stuff all the time and stuff, so it gets a little bit hectic. But since we don't have any tornado warnings right now, we're probably fine. All right, let me pause the radar. We'll go back to the current live radar here. Again, storms are extending from anywhere from Bonham back through DFW, or not really DFW anymore, it's more Dallas. Damaging winds, again, 60 to 80 miles per hour are ongoing across this line of storms through Waxahachie, Hillsborough, and Waco. And this does extend all the way back through San Antonio. The main area that we're currently covering is in the North Texas region. So again, if you're anywhere in these areas, stay away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. That's what you gotta do right now if you're in these areas. You'll need how many roofers will call your door graphic. Oh my goodness, that would actually be, that's a good idea. I'll save this for later. I might actually do that. Appreciate the idea. I have lots of ideas, but that was definitely not one of them. That's a good idea though. Yeah, post that. All right, there we go. All right, have that saved for later. Don't worry. That's a pretty good idea. Is Louisville clear? Yes. If you're anywhere along or west of Interstate 35 in Tarrant or Denton County, you are clear. Basically, anywhere back here and to the west, you are clear from severe weather for the rest of tonight. Congratulations, you made it through, obviously, a very hectic event, to say the least. It has been absolutely insane what we've seen in North Texas. Damaging winds widespread here have been 60 to 80 miles per hour. I still have a lot of photos and videos to go through. I have so many photos and videos that I've not even shown you. I'll be posting a lot of them on Facebook. Trust me, I'll be posting as much as I can without spamming your feed entirely, even though I have been pretty much all day. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but there's a lot of stuff still to post. A lot of crazy stuff happening. Yeah, Sulphur Springs will get hit by this here pretty soon as well. Let me actually put a timing guide on this. We haven't done that in a while. And I can't do the timing guide. Okay, glitched out again. Let's restart the program again real quick. And while you're here, by the way, make sure to hit the like button down below if you've not already. It's free to do. Also, make sure to subscribe to the page if you're on YouTube, and follow us if you're on Facebook. Let's go over to here. Let's put on the timing again. Let's give you an idea of when you'll see the storms here. So this is your timing all across here, North Texas. This is currently the speed of the storms. Again, give or take about 10 minutes at all these times. But Ennis in 7 minutes, Greenville in 7 minutes, Terrell 10 minutes from now, Commerce in about 15 minutes, Corsicana in about half an hour, Paris in about half an hour as well, Sulphur Springs just under 45 minutes from now, as well as Athens about an hour. Idabel, which had that tornado emergency a few months ago, about 70 minutes from now, and Mount Pleasant, 83 minutes. Tyler, Texas, in about an hour and a half. So that's your timing right now on this line of storms. Again, give or take 10 minutes or so, because I actually did put this slightly out in front of the line, but again, give or take about 10 minutes in all these time frames. All estimated. Should be pretty close to accurate. Kaysen, it should be all pretty much the same. Damaging winds is the main threat. Embedded tornadoes are also possible. I'll be real with you. The main threat tonight, and it has been literally since the beginning, is definitely damaging winds. But we also could see the threat for a few embedded tornadoes in this line of storms. We've already seen that tonight. It's definitely going to be possible here throughout the rest of the night as well. Yeah, there's still a chance for a few embedded tornadoes in this line of storms. Definitely not out of the question. We actually had some dime-sized hail reported back up in Aubrey, by the way, from earlier. We had a few people report hail, and that's one of the more recent hail reports that we've had. I'll keep the timing on the screen here for a few more minutes. We have a tornado warning, by the way, south of Waco. I'll be keeping a close eye on that if that does enter into our coverage area. Right now, that's not in our coverage area. Our coverage area, again, on North Texas Weather Center. I'm hoping for you too, Kaysen. I'm hoping for you too. By the way, if you've been enjoying the stream so far, make sure to support the page. Again, I do this full time, and your support is really needed to keep this all alive. If you want to, you can become a subscriber on Facebook. The link's in the description. You can also donate, and you can also go onto our YouTube page, become a member for as little as $2.99 a month. You get exclusive forecasts, bloopers access, all that sort of stuff. And you can also donate there if you would like to support the page. It helps out a lot. But otherwise, just liking the stream helps out a lot as well. We do literally, for this particular live stream, it's all North Texas. On a typical basis on YouTube, it's obviously nationwide, but in this stream, it's just North Texas. Quick update, by the way, severe thunderstorm watch has expired for those. Let me take off this. The severe thunderstorm watch has now expired for anywhere west of Interstate 35. Tornado watch is still ongoing. It's primarily now going to be for east of Interstate 35, unless you're back down here in, like, you know, again, Georgetown, Austin. Those areas still have not been hit yet. If you've been hit by this line of storms, though, you're pretty much done for tonight. The only thing left would just be rain. And again, a very low chance for flurries may exist back near Wichita Falls. And the temperatures right now, by the way, this is, oh, we actually have a tornado warning. Tornado warning was just issued for Bonham. Let's go over this. We're going to go back to tornado warning. Oh, actually, I still have the tornado warning graphic on. I didn't even notice that. Tornado warning, though, is now including Bonham, Dodge City, Honey Grove, and Roxton. So again, brand new tornado warning. Make sure you seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Let's put on the tornado warning tag here. And we have some rotation right now near Dodge City. That's where that is at right now. I'm going to go and post this, and let's do that. All right, let's go and take a quick screenshot of this. Again, if you're right now in this area, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. This is, again, a brand new tornado warning for those near Bonham. For those in Fannin County, this will also enter into areas in Lamar County. Those are the two areas right now in the track of this storm. That's posted on Facebook. Again, tornado warning, though, for these areas and the locations, again, just west of Paris, Texas. I know we have a lot of viewers from Paris. But again, if you're in Paris, you don't have to seek shelter yet. You're not under a tornado warning, but just be mindful of this storm. Let's go over to the velocities. Let's take a little bit of a closer look here. Looks like the rotation is going to be located over here near Dodge City. That's where the rotation is currently at. We'll go back here a scan or two. Yeah, the rotation's located right there near Dodge City. And again, this will be moving off towards Honey Grove over the next several minutes. And if you're included in this warning, get to your safe place immediately, away from windows and lowest floor possible. And the radar just keeps glitching out. I'm trying to fix this. All right, let's just refresh the radar entirely. But again, this is what it looks like for the tornado warning. Reflectivity as well. There might be a little bit of hail as well, but the main threat right now would be a tornado. Again, if you're anywhere at Bonham, Honey Grove, Toco, Roxton, make sure you get to your safe place away from windows and lowest floor possible. Yeah, this warning was just issued a couple minutes ago. Transformers, by the way, were blowing a ton in Dallas. There's a few videos sent in there as well. I'll see if I might post that as well on Facebook here in a little bit, but there's a lot of Transformers blowing there in Dallas. Again, this does include Fannin and as well as Lamar County. So if you're in these two areas, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. Again, rotation is located right in here. It's going to be probably rain wrap, but that's going to be near Bottom. Again, heading off to the northeast towards Honey Grove, where rotation is located right now. Moving quickly off to the east-northeast at about 50 miles per hour. This is not a slow-moving storm. So this will be probably near Paris within the next 20 to 30 minutes. It's not slow by any means. And that is where our tornado warning does continue here. There's been some major damage, by the way, in Little Elm, Texas. Probably just straight line winds, but there's been some significant damage to businesses in the area. A lot of debris landed on vehicles as well. I'll be trying to post this as well. There's been some significant damage there as well. Got a lot of major damage there in the DFW area. We have a lot of photos and videos still to go through there as well. Yeah, if you're in Fannin or Lamar County in either of these areas, make sure you get to your safe place. Rotation is located near Bottom right now, just to the southeast of Bottom, moving towards Honey Grove and Roxton, going towards Paris, Texas eventually as well. Getting 60-mile-per-hour winds near Maypearl. Thank you for the report. Appreciate it. Thanks, Shannon. I appreciate it. Is the warning for mesquite still going on? It's about to end. Anywhere in the 4-county Metroplex, everybody's about to be out of these warnings. So good news there. And anywhere in the 4-county Metroplex is about to be done with severe weather for today. So again, a lot of posts are being coming on Facebook, so stay tuned for those. Make sure to follow our page, like the video and all that if you've been enjoying the coverage. And yeah, we'll have a lot of posts on that here soon. How's it going, Rebecca? Welcome back. Just a friendly reminder, we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. So I'm looking at both chats. I hope there's no delay, CC. Hope there isn't any. In-laws in Bottom. I think Bottom is now past the rotation. Let's go back to the velocities. Yeah, the Bottom area is now past the rotation. This is where the rotation is located right now. It's going to be near Honey Grove. So yeah, Honey Grove is down the track. Pretty rural area here. And this will be going towards Route 82, just north there of Route 82. So that's where the rotation is located. Correlation coefficient is not showing debris at this time, but again, tornado could happen at any time. That is northeast of Dodge City as well. So this will be heading towards areas back over into near Paris eventually. So if you're in Paris, Texas, have your safety plan in place now, just in case the storm does end up impacting your area here pretty soon. Thanks, Kay. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. This is also north of Ladonia, by the way. So for reference right now. Again, Roxton, Honey Grove, Dodge City are really the main locations. Bottom is past the rotation now, but again, stay in your safe place until the tornado warning has officially been lifted in your area. If you're in Bottom. We are now up to 289,000 people without power now in Texas. Denton County has over 10% without power. Tarrant County is at over 10%. Dallas County is at 10%. Collin County is over 10% as well. Parker County has almost 25% without power still. So a lot of power outages right now in the Metroplex and even around it from these damaging winds that we've had over the last little while. Just a little update, by the way, for the line of storms. The risk for substantial damaging wind gusts and a few tornadoes will continue across central and northeast Texas over the next few hours and into far southeastern Oklahoma this evening. So just a little heads up there. A little update for those east of the line of storms. Again, this is what it looks like right now. It is now going through the Metroplex. It is basically out of the Metroplex now. It is now moving into eastern North Texas. That's where we're watching for severe weather now. And Paris, again, will be in the track this year pretty soon. But we'll be watching the storm pretty closely. Again, this is an ongoing tornado warning. All right, let's go back over to here. Hill County's dying down. That's good. Yeah, honestly, again, when this line of storms is all past for really anywhere in North Texas, severe weather is done. It's just going to be rain at that point. So, yeah, it's going to be winding down over the next few hours. So, some good news there. And we'll really just be talking about, for the most part, what's coming up next week. And I don't know if you guys want to hear about what's going to happen next week in North Texas. I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but there is a chance that winter returns for about a few days. I'll have more details on that in my forecast tomorrow. But yeah, there's a possibility that winter does return next week. And it could be pretty cold. That's all I got to say. We might get back down into like the 40s for highs and 20s for lows. And there actually is a chance for snow. Low chance. It's too far out to really say. But yep, winter's coming back for a little while. Just for a few days. I know. I had to say it. I had to say it. But we'll have more details on that tomorrow. Ninja, are you on the live stream right now? Saw your message on Discord. Again, we're live on both Facebook and YouTube, just an FYI. But I want to keep making that disclaimer. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate it. We have a lot of new followers. On Facebook, we've doubled our following in the last 3 months. We're at 30,000. We're up to like 65,000 now. It has grown really rapidly. Very thankful for it. Glad I'm able to help so many people. Hill and Ellis County, stuff is going to be winding down here pretty soon, but it's damaging winds up to 60 anywhere down this direction, south of the Metroplex. Yeah, stuff will be winding down there pretty soon. Winds are also starting to die down a bit. Even on the leading edge of this line of storms, they're right around 60 to 70. So they're not as high as it once was. We had up to 80 in the Tarrant County area, but things will be dying down here pretty soon in those areas. Yeah, real quickly, actually, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. The European models actually was hinting, I'm not sure if it still is, I haven't looked today, because we've been so focused on this. Yeah, it's not really hinting at snow anymore, it did at one point. But yeah, that cold blast will probably bring temperatures down pretty substantially in Texas. Not like cold, like in terms of like actual winter temperatures for a lot of you, but temperatures will probably drop at least into the 30s for lows, and 40s and 50s for highs. It's not going to be horrible, but there will be a pretty good shot of cold air right before the before really winter ends here in North Texas, and even anywhere in North Texas. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want a tornado badge on YouTube, you have to become a member. The top link, I think, in the description. This is still an active tornado warning right now, Caitlin. And Bonham, Honey Grove, Roxton, and Toco, the rotation's back over here near Honey Grove right now. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Thank you, by the way, for all the new subscribers on YouTube and anybody that's followed, obviously, here on Facebook. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're live on both platforms, and if you want to support the page, again, you can become a subscriber on Facebook. Helps the page out a lot. The link's in the description below. If you've been enjoying the stream, at least, you get exclusive forecasts as well by becoming a subscriber. And if you're on YouTube, you can also become a member. And yeah, we do live streams almost all the time on YouTube. Facebook's a little bit less because it's just North Texas, but YouTube, it's nationwide. So we are busy during all times of the year. This tornado warning is heading towards Paris. I wouldn't be that concerned about it yet, but make sure you have a plan in place. The rotation's been kind of hit and miss with this storm so far. There's been some rotation. It's weakened again. But if you're in Paris, at least have a way, have a plan, and also have a way to receive alerts, because that storm will be approaching here pretty soon. We have damage to buildings as well, by the way, here in Celeste, which is in Hunt County. We also have another damage report in Denton County in Little Elm. Partial building collapse at Little Elm at a shopping center. Actually, I saw that on Twitter. So yeah, that's another report there. We've had a lot of damage reports over that direction. Yeah, Greenville's about to get hit by some 60 to 70 mile per hour damaging winds, and then Sulphur Springs probably gonna be about the same thing. Tinsley, the line has weakened a little bit, but not by much. It's weakened a little bit. It was at 80 miles per hour at one point. It's weakened by probably about 10 miles per hour across the entire line. It hasn't weakened that dramatically. It'll weaken more as it moves off to the east, for sure. Real quick, I need to go over to Facebook and see if there's any other things here. If you have any other photos or videos, by the way, feel free to message me on Facebook. My email, if you want to email me as well, photos and videos, there is an email on YouTube in the description below. I'll be keeping a close eye on those. It's actually crazy, the trampoline thing. I've had now 4 different people now sending me trampolines of being in other places that they shouldn't be. There's an overturned 18-wheeler, by the way, in Fort Worth. That was about an hour ago now, but there was some really high winds in Fort Worth, and there was a whole 18-wheeler that was flipped over. I'm not sure if it's still there, but there's been some pretty significant damage. How's it going, Cam? Honey Grove? No, not yet. You're still in the tornado warning right now. If you're in Honey Grove, stay in shelter. The rotation is kind of like overhead right now. I'm not entirely sure if we have much rotation left. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much. There's a little bit, but it's not a whole lot. It's primarily just north of 82. But again, if you're in Honey Grove, stay in your safe place for the next few minutes until this storm rolls by. This is still right overhead. Moving in here in the next few minutes. In Celeste, there's a report of damage to buildings from 65 mile per hour winds. That was what I was talking about there. Virginia, I'm primarily just covering North Texas. I'm not going that far south. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is only North Texas area. I'm really only going to be covering this. I'm not going to be live too much longer either. I am sick. I literally cannot. I don't know how I made it this long, but I'm so congested and I still have a sore throat. So I'm pretty sick right now. So I'm going to try to be live for at least a few more minutes on this warning, but I've been battling through this entire live stream. We've been live for a total of almost 5 hours now today, being sick, which is crazy. I always get sick at the worst times. You might hear it in my voice and stuff too. I'm pretty congested. And with how much I talk, it gets kind of hard to breathe sometimes too with how congested I am. So, but we've been doing pretty good. You know, almost 5 hours is pretty impressive. I'll be posting a ton though on Facebook after this anyways. There's a lot of stuff I still have to post. As a Texan, it is my duty to correct your pronunciations. I appreciate it. Dallas is clear. Yes, Dallas is clear. Just rain. A little bit of thunder. I appreciate it, Allie. I've been drinking so much water. I literally filled up this entire Brita full of water. I've gone through over 2 of these today. Which is a lot of water. I don't know how much water that is, but I've gone over 2 of those today. And I had to fill it up again after the first live stream. I'm surprised my voice has lasted this long. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought it'd be worse, but pretty good. I'm talking a lot. By the way, thank you, Becky, for becoming an 11-month subscriber on Facebook. I didn't even realize there was anybody that long. Appreciate it. You. Anybody else that's become a subscriber on Facebook, by the way, I appreciate your support a lot. I only see one name here. There might have been more, but I appreciate anybody that's become a subscriber tonight. If you have not already and you want to become a subscriber, there is a link in the description on Facebook. Paris, be mindful, there might be a tornado warning that might get issued for your area at some point if this rotation starts to strengthen again. So if you're in Paris, be mindful of that. Otherwise, damaging winds up to 60 will be possible there. Still have a lot of warnings down here as well. By the way, near Waco, there's actually a tornado warning just south of Waco now. Take a look at this real quick. We haven't looked this far south. Yeah, there's a little bit of rotation embedded in this area here. I would expect maybe a brief tornado, if anything. This is just southwest of Waco, so be mindful of this if you're near McGregor and near Troy. Those two areas, be mindful. Even near Georgetown as well, there's a tornado warning there. But again, we're really covering just North Texas right now. Paris is not included in the warning. It may be western Paris, but the downtown area of Paris is not in a tornado warning yet. Texarkana will see this in about 2-ish hours. I can put a time frame on this. This is your timing, give or take about 10 minutes again. About 2 to 3 hours probably. Yeah, this is your timing right now. Texarkana would probably be a little bit after 9:30. So this is your general timing. Again, give or take 5, 10, 15 minutes on this. Just an estimate. That's what we're looking at there right now. Thank you, Astro Josh, for becoming a 3-month Storm Chaser member. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so it's just Celeste instead of Celeste. I don't know where I got Celeste from. Alrighty, I've gone as long as I can. I literally can't. I'm so congested. I have to, you know, I need to rest a little bit. I'll be posting updates on Facebook. For those that are not already following me on Facebook, you can click the link in the description. It is under the social media tab. I'll be posting updates and a bunch of stuff on Facebook for tornado warnings and stuff. I'll be live longer, but again, I'm sick. I really can't go any longer than this. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We've been live for 5 hours today. If you've enjoyed the streams, or the stream, technically 2, but if you've enjoyed it so far, enjoyed it today, I would appreciate at least if you hit the like button, follow our page, subscribe on YouTube if you're on YouTube, click the bell icon so you get notified for future live streams and such. I'll probably have a video forecast on YouTube tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, that's it. That's gonna be it for tonight. I'll be posting a bunch again on Facebook, so stay tuned for that sort of stuff. A lot of photos and videos to get through, and obviously any more tornado warnings we'll be posting on there. So stay safe. Have a great, safe rest of your night, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. And also, thank you for any new members on YouTube tonight. If you subscribed on Facebook, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the support. Any donations and super chats, I think I got to most of them, but if you did and I did not mention you, I really do appreciate your support as well. Helps the page out a lot. Have a great night, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Stay safe. And again, I'll be posting updates on Facebook. Link in the description below if you are over on YouTube. Have a good one. We'll see you guys all again soon.